welcome to yet another exciting adventure with those natural ones. Before we start today, which is almost on time, first thing we would like to say is next month, the month of January, we will actually be taking a break from Twitch and doing our live streams over on YouTube. So make sure you are subscribed and following us over on youtube.com/@thosenaturalones. And always, all updates will be on our Facebook page.
Nick, I can't hear you, man.
Yeah, your sound went away.
My sound went away. Why did my sound go away?
You're fine now, but
okay.
You said make sure you're, and then we didn't hear anything after that.
I said make
Make
sure.
sure
I turned my headset off.
Make sure you are subscribed over on youtube.com/@thosenaturalones. And as always, most updates will be found on facebook.com/thosenaturalones. That should be it for everything I have. Sam, would you like to?
Yes, before I do that, where's the bear?
The bear was screwing up the layout, so I am not running the bear tonight.
All right, perfect. Okay. Alrighty. So, in our last session, the party took a brief rest to regroup and discussed the merits of meat puppets. We approached the tower. Rhett and Butch attempted to reason with the dragon after some of us attempted to stall for as long as possible. The dragon wasn't having it, and we battled it out in the courtyard of the tower. And despite the circumstances, we all made it through the battle and defeated the dragon. We investigated the tower and discovered a 200-year-old man claiming to be King Caius, the true king of Shan. He states that he was taken to Shadowfell by demons and then imprisoned by Strahd, who spoke of leading an army for Titivolus. The man tells us that his father's old advisor, Luvan, would recognize him and validate his claims. We continued investigating and discovered the dragon's hoard and many a magic item. Hymir joined the party, his mission a success. We transported, courtesy of Hymir, to Torchiv with the supposed king, rather ahead of schedule. We ate dinner and prepared for a long rest. As we did so, Arnon had entered his trance and received a vision of the capital being attacked. No dragon this time, but an army of shadow elves crashing through the gates. And that's where we are.
Indeed, that is where you are. So, that's where we'll pick up. What would you guys like to accomplish during this long rest before we continue on to the next day, if anything?
I'm going to work on my language primer and a bottle of ink.
Fantastic. All right. What about the rest of you?
I'm going to work on a bottle of whiskey and examine my spell choices.
Okay.
I am going to see if I can find a magic shop in this town. If I remember, there is one.
You would, however, at this point, most of the shops and everything have closed for the evening.
Yeah, this is long rest.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Yeah, in that case, I've been to this town before.
You have, yes.
I'm not sure if Elric would wait to see if he would find someone he remembers, or would he try to find someone tonight? Who knows? I'll save it for tomorrow.
All right.
Does the inn have like a mailbox? Or like a place to put letters that are going to be sent via courier? How does mail work in Conticaria?
I wouldn't say necessarily a mailbox in the inn itself. However, if you were to ask the like one of the bartenders or the innkeeper, somebody, they could point you to a courier service.
Okay.
Mailboxes, etc.
Yeah.
Okay. I think how it's not super late. It's not weird to be like asking for a courier at this point, or is it late?
I mean, you're probably with everything. You're probably looking about 9-10 o'clock.
I'll wait.
Okay.
I'll wait.
I already said last time I got my cheese and then I had a vision.
Yes,
Yes, you do.
you did. All right.
I'm going to go with pepper cheese and Swiss.
Pepper cheese and Swiss.
And of course, you got to put the brie out there to rule out the bad eggs.
Fantastic. All right. Roll me a d20.
Me?
Yeah.
$16.
All right. You are awakened by the scurry of tiny little feet.
Ooh. What cheese are they going for?
Roll a d3.
Three.
That would be the Swiss.
Oh. Hi, little buddy. Does he look like he wants to stick around?
Roll me an animal handling check.
I know Gwen's got her fingers crossed. I'm not
Are we
even
in the
looking
same
at the
room?
cameras, but
I don't
no,
know.
we got 3 rooms. I think I'm rooming with the king.
Okay.
Ooh, 16.
So you
Do I have a new little friend?
You appear to have a new little friend. You put your hand out and you kind of grab a little piece of the extra cheese and put your hand out, and after he nibbles on the cheese on the side of the bed a little bit, he kind of curls up and takes a minute, sniffs your hand, and then kind of like climbs up and curls up and nibbles on the piece of cheese that's in your hand.
Is he the Swiss Army mouse now?
Mm-hmm. Well, I can't tell if his plastron's indented, so I don't know if it's Mr. or Mrs. Swiss. We don't have the bot up to record us individually
Yes, I know.
because it was
Gotcha.
screwing up the overlay.
Oh, you're
Gotcha.
Okay, so I'm going to add a pet mouse back to my inventory.
Sounds good.
It's about damn time.
So, as the night comes and goes, and you all find your rest, Arnon, you are greeted with that vision that we spoke of in the last session. The morning comes, fairly early morning for most of you. After your ordeal in the Shadowfell, the rest came heavy to most of you. But you wake up with the sun, and the day is yours. And
I am definitely looking for somewhere to buy enchanted armor.
Yeah, that sounds good. I'd like to go with it.
Is Pops still around?
the king, the supposed king, the once in future.
No, Gwen's Pops.
Oh, Gwen's pops. Yes, he would
Elf
be
Daddy?
around. Elf Daddy.
He knows I want to talk. If he fucks off,
No,
I'll find
he-
him and I'll kill him.
He would still be. He would still be around.
Go around and find out.
Tonight on Patricide.
That's because he seemed to know the city, so he might be the one to ask where the best place to buy perhaps an enchanted set of armor would be. Unless Elric saw anywhere on his journeys before.
Would I have?
Give me just.
We do
one
have a dragon
minute.
heart to sell as well, unless we want to hang on to that. Gentle repose only lasts so long.
Yes.
Oh yeah, we should do that.
How long does it last?
I think it was like 8 hours, maybe, or maybe it was 12 hours. I don't remember.
Check that sell by date.
Yeah, I'm doing that right now. $10 days. We got
Oh,
time.
fantastic! Yeah.
Oh,
I
nice.
still want, like if someone was like, "Hey, I need a dragon heart for 50,000 gold or something," I mean, like we got one, but it's good for 10 days. We should probably deal with it before the battle. It's probably a good idea.
All right. So, Elric, it's been a few years since you've been here. And I mean, Hymir, while he knew where to take you, whether or not he's ever been to this town, because this is all new area for him. However, if you ask around a little bit, go ahead, everybody make an investigation check to see what you guys can ask around and find out.
I'm social.
All my buttons are gone.
What do you mean all your buttons?
What the hell?
What do you mean all your buttons are gone?
My toolbar with all the rolls.
Click on yourself.
Oh, I'm not on the map?
Yes, you are. You're at the very top.
I got a map of the city up.
Yes, all the way at the top above the map.
Maybe I should refresh.
Maybe.
I got a 7.
I got an 11.
Yeah, I see Arden. So I'm going to use my intelligence instead of just asking people.
Well, your investigation is asking people. You are investigating by talking to people to find out where to go.
Mm-hmm.
Detective agency. The
I'm glad
turtle.
my charisma doesn't matter.
Really doesn't matter right now.
Nope, it doesn't.
There we go. I have my buttons back.
My total is 1.
Oh my
1.
fucking
We are
god.
just regular gumshoes today, aren't we?
So,
If this is how you get out of
Those natural ones.
me getting armor.
Oh,
now,
I'm sure.
I will say, after your long rest, Arnon, you do notice that your feeling of apathy you were feeling the day before while you were in the Shadowfell, while you still have the typical Arnon apathy, your extreme apathy seems to have waned, and you do seem to wake up in a little bit of a brighter spirit now that you're not in the Shadowfell.
And you said
anymore.
the strength hit went away.
Yes,
too,
both
right?
you and Butch, your strength regained after your short rest last time.
Okay.
Cool.
Where are we right now?
You would be pretty close to the center here. Let's say right where this
Pepperoni?
square is right here. You are in an inn in that area right there.
Well, hey,
Are
So,
we all, have we met up at this point?
Have you?
I'm gonna head downstairs.
I should hope so.
I don't know who's in the room with me, but I'm gonna go downstairs.
I would assume, I mean, you had 3 rooms, so divide that how you wish between the what would be 6 of you with the king if you're keeping an eye on the king.
oh
Where'd
yes.
Hymir stay?
He seemed to have had a place of his own that where he was put up.
In a hammock under a tree.
Exactly.
Okay.
Come on, Your
Yeah.
Majesty, let's go shopping.
And come down for breakfast.
Are you bringing King Caius down? Let's get him some clothes.
This. Oh, the Emperor's new clothes are going to be fantastic.
Okay.
You're totally gonna make sure he has clothes.
Because he's just wearing a burlap sack right now, right?
Basically,
or like
he's wearing
white sheet.
rags. Yeah.
Yeah. Kitty.
The mouse is in danger.
No, protect the mouse, Arnon. Not again.
So, You guys ask around and about places where you can, buy. What are you looking for? Armor and magic items and stuff like that?
Yeah, shield, maybe.
Okay, so you guys ask around and find the names of a couple different shops. Weapons and Armor is a shop called the Tall Blade, which is a few blocks away from where you are. There is a
Cat butt.
cat butt. Yes.
Jesus Christ.
There
Frame
is-
that, Nick.
Yeah, right. There is another shop that is mentioned to you called the Blue Jug, which appears to be more of like a general store specializing in food and the such. There's another place called The Last Mark, which potentially sells other it's more of like a Fletcher selling, arrows.
Oh, an apothecary. We need an apothecary too.
An apothecary.
What was the
I've
I've already
Fletcher
forgotten all of these.
The Fletcher
I'm
was
writing 'em down.
called The Last Mark.
Or herbalist.
Uh,
Dragonheart.
Both? Perhaps a
there
one-stop
is
shop?
an apothecary called The White Pot. And what was the last place you were looking for?
Herbalist?
Herbalist,
Somewhere we-
apothecary, the same is basically
Yeah.
the same.
Would they
place.
buy a dragon heart there?
You can always ask.
Okay. Not to step on Anisra's toes, but is there any kind of like magic shop sells books and the like?
You ask around and hear of a place called CU Latte. No.
I could go for coffee.
How about a place called Sea or Nut Milk?
You find the
Elf
name of
tricks.
a generic magic item shop called the Glowing Knife.
It's like a milk bar from
Yeah.
Clockwork Orange. But
I'm sorry, did you say the glowing knight or the glowing knife?
Knife. With an F.
all right. So what's closest? Let's head there.
The closest place would probably be the Tall Blade, which was known to be fairly close to you.
All
We had-
blade, let's go.
We head there after the obligatory breakfast, I'm assuming.
One regular breakfast that we finally get, maybe.
And it is, after being
Before-
in the Shadowfell and everything, this is the best tasting breakfast you've had in a long time.
Arnon, before the day goes much further, I come up to you and I put my massive hand on your shoulder. And I say, "Blessed unto you, may the mystic seer guide you and us here and now and in this day." And then I'm casting Remove Curse on you.
Oh,
Well, because I know Butch knows that Arnon was affected by something in the Shadowfell, and he doesn't know how to make it go away, but a Remove Curse is a good place to start.
Fantastic.
okay. So
Do you do that?
thanks.
Do you do that with all of us around? Butch?
Yeah, right here in
Okay.
the middle of.
When,
So I'm sure there's a pretty light show as moonlight like drifts out of me, drifts into Arnon, and then flows out and up through the ceiling towards the sky.
I'm gonna look at Arnon and be like, "Do you care if I hold your hand now?"
Mm.
Okay, it's all right. You don't have to.
Do you feel any different?
Well, I mean, I got up on the right side of the bed today, I guess.
Well,
That's
a
good to
win's a
hear.
win. We'll take it.
It was the only option though, because the bed was up against the wall.
Oh, you'd be surprised the options I can find.
Thanks.
Who was giving us this information about shops?
I'd say it was probably the barkeep or the barmaids that were serving you in the morning.
Would they have told us where a courier is as well?
Yes, they tell you that they would have told you that down at the end of the street on the corner you can find a courier service.
I don't suppose our barmaid was a comely turtle.
A tall, comely turtle.
Yeah.
Roll me a d20.
Oh my
You-
gosh.
Do it. Oh my god,
Big-
please be.
Big money, no whammy, no whammy.
It's not a 1.
I got an 11, pretty middle of the road.
Yeah, I'm gonna say this was
That's fine.
a half elf.
It's not human, Butch.
So is our bard with us, or is she sleeping one off again?
I'm gonna say she's sleeping one off.
Oh, right.
She partied a little heavy last night.
I mean, can
do
you
have-
blame her? She got in the final blow on a dragon.
That's right.
She earned it. We do have
Mhm.
83,000 gold that we got from the dragon alone.
Yeah.
Well, the sum of the equivalent of 83,000.
Yeah.
Minus whatever
Butch
breakfast
asks-
was.
Butch asks, is that a lot?
We'll say that breakfast was a whopping like 2 gold.
I mean, well, Butch, remember like the stuff that they were selling us in the tourist bazaar of Sigil was 35,000 golds.
They wanted
Yeah.
65 for that sword, didn't they?
Well, that's gross.
Yeah, something
Yeah.
like that.
Either way,
Okay.
we've got a sum of something.
Yeah, we do have some.
I think we should go back
Yes.
and steal that sword.
Or
Fuck the
We-
man.
we do that later.
In Sigil, I think it's
It-
a terrible idea.
I also think that's a terrible idea. You remember what happened last time.
With the little elephant statue?
And the guards.
Yes,
Yeah. Yeah.
guards immediately. Specifically.
Shitty little guy.
Well, I wasn't trying to be sneaky then.
I'll be right back.
What do you think they would have done if you had grabbed it and said the command word and there was an elephant? Like, what would they have done?
Probably gotten up and dusted themselves off first. As we all would have had to.
Fair.
What is the... Do you know the calculation for the force of an expanding weekly elephant? Could have been a lot. It could have been a lot of damage.
I think while everybody's finishing up breakfast, Gwen's going to run down to the courier real quick.
Okay.
And just say, I'll be right back. Assuming it's close.
Yeah, it's a few shops down, so yeah, you can run to the courier without a problem.
Okay. All right. So she's going to run down and put put a letter, whatever, in the mail for Rain,
Okay.
under the assumption Rain will not be joining us.
Okay.
Just like our mission was a success as far as we know. Everyone's alive and whole, including my father. And then there's like a blotch there.
Deep pen marks.
Yeah, like father was written really hard. And then we moved on to the next area, a little ahead of schedule. Hope you are well and miss your face. Yours, Shadow. Doesn't put Torchiv in it. Doesn't put her name in it. She's paranoid. Assuming that, like, hoping Rain doesn't have, like, a ton of paramours. So, like, they'll know who it's coming from.
Right.
All right. Holdout would be a blow.
Yeah.
Don't do that, please.
One in every port,
Miss your
baby.
face is one of those sentences that could be taken many ways, especially with different punctuation.
I mean, also to the other point, you do realize that
Put a-
Rain's a pirate captain, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Put a question mark after it. Miss your face?
Miss your face? And Gwen isn't gonna think any deeper into that because this is new for her and she's happy. So she said that's one aspect that she's happy about right now. She doesn't need anything to pull that down.
All right. So, after that, what are you guys doing?
The tall blade. Are we all going to go shopping together? It seems.
Sure, why not? We can do better than sigil prices, right?
Did the king's coming with us, right?
Oh, yes.
Caius is like, I've been locked up for so long, I would enjoy to stretch my legs and visit someplace that isn't the inside of a room.
Maybe we could find a tailor.
That would be lovely.
Or like a Coles.
Not sure what that word means, but that would be lovely. All right. So you walk down the street to this building, right? It's actually across the street from the courier you were just at. You see a chimney with dark, billowing smoke out of it from the forge. You walk in and you see rows of weapons and armor. But quite a bit has been picked through. However, there's still quite a bit left. Much more than what you had in Castellatri. You see a sturdy-looking dwarf standing behind a counter with a long, flowing red beard with two thick braids on top of the flowing red hair. Long red hair that kind of like matches and flows into the beard itself. Standing behind the counter, currently helping two Conticarian soldiers. You overhear them talking about basically getting their swords and weapons sharpened before the upcoming battle.
You know, on the wall, we sharpen our swords on the enemy.
You
Hey.
say that to them?
The
Cool.
two soldiers who look like they're maybe like 6'17" just kind of look at you wide-eyed. Like,
Babies. Oh.
Oh
They-
God! So they look like 12 or 13 to me.
yeah.
Ugh.
They're not wood elves, are they?
No, these are humans.
Okay. I just say be nice, Butch.
So the dwarf,
I did say something nice.
Yeah,
The-
I just meant continue given who they are.
the dwarf finishes talking to him and then looks over to you and is like, "How can I help you?"
I am looking for perhaps some enchanted studded leather or shield.
Let me see what I got. I do have a couple little nicer shields than probably what you have. These ones will give you a little bump to your armor. And then for leather armor, I've got a couple different things for you. And he holds up, or he walks you over to this rack, and the first thing he shows you, he's like, this one is your standard armor. Basic leather, but it's a little heavier put, and it's got a little bit of an enchantment that'll give you a slight bump to your armor and make it a little harder to hit. And then there's this one over here, and what he points out to you actually almost looks like a duster, like almost like this dark brown leather coat. And he goes, this one doesn't look like much, but the enchantment that's on this one will definitely help you out. This will give you a slight bump to your armor in comparison to what you're wearing right there. But on top of that, this coat itself, up to 3 times a day, when you hit somebody, you can imbue that strike with the energy stored inside this coat to deal a little bit of extra necrotic style damage. And then each day it'll recharge slightly.
That sounds interesting.
So, give me just 1 second. Shit.
Just 1 second.
The regular armor, or the slightly enchanted armor, will be about 1,000 gold. This one right here, you'd be looking at about 2,500.
Do you know what the OSHA safety rating on that is? Like, sometimes known as the AC.
Oh my god.
Jesus Christ. Well, it I don't know how to fucking do it's a +1. It's +1 leather armor.
Okay.
It's +1 leather armor with 3 charges. You hit a creature with an attack. The creature if the creature does not have all its hit points, you can spend 1 charge to deal an extra 1d10 necrotic damage to the target.
You
Coat-
broke him.
Coat regains 1.3 extended charges daily at dawn. Or 1d3 extended.
Oh, I was like,
1.3.
1.3. That's terrible. What is with these
And then every 3 days, you get an extra
Yeah.
charge.
There you go.
weekly elephants and fucking 0.3 charges? I'm done with this shit.
D3
I
expended
know.
charges at dawn.
It makes more sense now.
And then
Every charge is on a roll of 5 or 6.
yeah, the armor itself
Like
is
a breath weapon?
yeah. The armor itself is a +1 leather armor, and then the shield is a +1 shield.
And he doesn't have studded armor. Studded
Uh,
leather?
Yeah, we could. Oh, you want studded leather?
Yeah.
We do have, and he shows you one that is a +1 studded leather as well.
That
have a
actually
question.
would be best for me. Go ahead, Butch.
I have a mechanics question
Yes.
before my character knows what to say when he opens his mouth. A +1 shield can, because the shield I have currently has what's it called, the emblem or
Yes.
of not critting or something.
The Guardian
emblem.
emblem.
That Guardian emblem, I believe I had to attune to the emblem.
Yes.
Do you have to attune to a +1 shield as well?
Let me answer that question by looking it up. Give me a second.
Can
and
that go to a +1 shield?
and the shield +1. No, I do not believe the shield is attune. Or I do not believe you need to attune to the shield.
Would you have to attune to something like the duster? That's
Yes,
enchanted?
the duster
Probably.
did require attunement.
Okay.
Well-
Okay.
I think the duster would be a wash for me. The damage is pretty cool, so any of you other guys wear straight leather, that would be a great pickup for you. I'm interested in that studded leather and that shield.
All right, the studded leather
I,
would be about 1,500 gold, and the shield would be about 150 gold.
Wow.
I was also in the market for something studded.
Let me see. Yeah, I think I got another set in the back. I don't know what this accent is. It keeps changing every 5 seconds.
He's a world traveler.
I got to get my Scottish back on. There we go.
There
It's
it
about.
is.
I think I got another set in the back. Oh,
Wonderful.
real quick, I forgot to show the latest fan art for this week. So this is a hand of Emery saying, "I'll get him back," and then me saying, "Yeah, thanks," and then Galnick and Butch.
Galnick returns.
Galnick and Butch. And Galnick is saying, "Who are you?" And Butch is saying, "Butch."
Galnick, you're
that's
not supposed to be here.
That is exactly what Butch would say.
Yeah, I'm Butch.
Got that character down.
Yeah,
Somewhere across the plains, Galnick still lives.
somewhere. Rip Galnick in the belly of a sandworm.
Ooh.
Anyway, so he
Brian.
walks in the back and comes back out with another set of +1 studded leather armor. All right, each one of these would be about 1,500.
All right, anybody else looking for stuff?
Do you happen to? This is also a weapons shop, correct? I'm not asking him that. I'm asking you that.
Yeah, yes.
Because that would be dumb if I'm surrounded by weapons asking that question. I wanna pull out my sickle, which is like just your standard old thing, and I just want to say, do you have anything like this that is still going to be sharp, but maybe just a little, I don't know, more upsetting to look at?
More upsetting to look at. So you're
Yeah.
you're not looking for anything magical. You're just looking for something that looks a little.
Unless it's got like a +1 to carving up that thing you just killed. No.
It must look wicked awesome.
We
That's
want
what I want.
something very unnerving.
I want something, I like if you had something bone handled or black or something like that. You know, something maybe like a Damascus steel blade and then like a black handle or a bone handle. That'd be really cool, but I don't want to spend that much on it. This is just for me.
let me
enjoy
look.
it.
I think.
Something intimidating.
Yeah, I just want something to hang at my belt and then look into someone's eyes as I carve open a beast we just slew. I wish I was still covered in blood. That would be great.
That would be fantastic. So I do have one sickle in the back. And he walks over to this display case and he pulls out this one that's like almost like a black leather wrapped handle, and the sickle itself, you see like these jagged, almost like saw blades on it. Like I do have this. It's a little more magical. Probably looking about 2,000 for this.
Oh, that's okay. That's all right. I was just, well, what's it do? Just curious. What's
This
it do?
if you hit somebody really hard with this, it does a lot more damage than you think it will. And it's a vicious sickle. It's the same thing that Arnon has basically, only in sickle form.
Can't Arnon's decapitate, or was that the one we were
No,
looking at?
that was the
that
one.
was the 60,000 gold one.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, this is gorgeous, and I mean, it's all right. I really only use my sickle on things that have already
There's-
died.
All
so
right.
that's okay. Thank you so much for finding that for me.
What
That
was this
really
guy's name
exciting.
again?
You did not ask him his name.
What's your name, friend?
My name is Badrick.
Yes, of course it is.
With a CK or just a K?
Just a K.
2 D's?
No.
2
B-
B's.
Badrak. Badrick.
All right. Butch, is there anything you're looking for here?
Yes. Is there any way to get my guardian emblem put onto a +1 shield?
I mean, yeah, when you receive that guardian emblem, you could literally just affix it to your shield, so you can pop it off and affix it to a different shield if you would like.
Great.
Yeah. Did you
Well,
have another
if we
one of
can-
those +1 shields?
I actually have that, and then I have. Where did that thing go? I just fucking lost it. Hold on 1 second for me. Give me a second. Thought I had it out, but I put it away.
It was a shield in the shape of a crescent moon.
Indeed. Shut.
Not what Butch was looking for, but it was very aesthetically pleasing.
Makes me think of those Spartan shields where it has the room for a spear.
Yeah,
I can't find it.
the
Apparently,
shield had room for a stern glare.
Apparently, I sold that shield, the other shield that I had. I don't. I can't seem to find it.
Hello.
You got a whole economy going on in your server there?
Hi. Yeah.
Fucking
Here it
Eve,
is.
it was bought right out front of Andres.
Here it is. As he pulls out,
Yep.
and he pulls out this iron tower shield.
Ooh.
And he's
My.
like, all right, so this shield will give you a lot more, or a little more defense, but also, if you push somebody away with this, you can actually, this shield is imbued with some magic that you can actually cause the shield to push them a little bit farther. And depending on how you access the shield, you can push them either, if you push them 5 feet, you can then kind of pop a little bit of magic out here and push them an additional 10 feet, or knock them prone, or both. This one
Sounds wonderful, my friend.
This
It
one
sounds
you-
Sounds like
You
a
would-
Butch thing.
have to take a little bit of time to get used to the shield, though.
That'd be fantastic, but 5th edition only allows me to attune to 3 things.
I don't know what those
What do
words
you-
mean.
Sorry,
you got your
we're not
hammer,
playing
your
it.
you got your hammer and your emblem, and what else?
The
A Pearl of Power for more spellcasting.
But if
That's
you want just
my
the
job.
regular shield like your buddy over here got, that'd be another 150 gold. We do have another one of those.
I'm sorry, did you say 150 gold for a +1 shield?
Aye.
Wow.
We got a lot of
Okay.
these shields, and we're trying to make sure that the army is stocked up before.
We're just shocked because the last city we were in had the opposite problem. It's pleasant will change.
Aye. Like I said, we're
Yeah,
trying
it was
to
like,
we're trying to stock up the whole army before they make this invasion attempt, or this attempt to take back Kvashiliev. Which, you know, for me personally, that's something that I definitely want to happen. So that's where my family grew up. That's where I grew up, was in Kvashiliev. So I'm going to do
Guys?
whatever I can to help that mission succeed.
Well, we are
Sweet.
army. We are special forces.
yep.
Which is why I'm giving you such a good deal.
And we appreciate it.
Can we afford 150?
Yeah, we can afford the studded leather for me and Elric too.
So how
Gwen,
was
do
there
you wear armor?
No. No, I do not.
Can you wear leather? I know that cloak would be pretty awesome.
If it is considered armor, I can't wear it. I don't know if that duster would conflict with my stuff. And
Yes.
looks, I deeply feel inside me that it probably wouldn't work. So
What is
Oh,
Rhett
did you-
wearing? Hold
Did you
on.
take a vow of no armor?
Rhett is
No.
wearing
I
Rhett is wearing a chain shirt,
just
I believe.
go everywhere nude. No, no, I'm just kidding. No,
She's just covered in mushrooms. It's weird.
Scale,
Yep.
scale,
Scale
mail.
mail.
No, I have magical armor that I do.
Oh,
So
Okay.
I can't wear armor because it conflicts with it. Was there a second
okay.
shield bought or added to the list?
Yes, there were 2 shields, 2 sets of studded leather armor. So
For
that would be
that
a total of
3,300.
3,300 pesos.
That sounds
What does
good to
Gwen's-
me.
What does Gwen's magical armor look like?
When she casts it, there's a like a purple shimmer around her, and then it dissipates. And when she's hit, the shimmer kind of returns for a moment. Or when something tries
Oh.
to hit her and misses, it appears and then goes away.
Tell you what, if you
Okay.
get somebody to stud that duster, you send me a note.
All right.
Dust that stutter.
Did we
No, I said
want
stud
to?
the duster.
Did we want to find something for Rhett, or
She's in scale mail.
Let me see what I've got here.
Do they have any
You have any like maybe mithril?
Mithril?
+1 scale mail?
Yeah,
Just
would,
plus.
Kick it up a notch. But no, I would love that 150 gold piece +1 shield. It sounds phenomenal.
it is
Yeah.
yours? But
Awesome.
I've got a
What does
running
what does it
total.
look like?
I do have this elven. You said mithril specifically. I do have some
Yeah.
mithril scale actually in stock. Just got some in from the elves up in Mesh.
That would be nice. That would help her sneak better.
Indeed.
People.
Does it add anything to her armor?
Let me see. I do
I hear it's
believe.
good for burglars.
I wouldn't know.
The mithril. Let me see what the mithril. I believe this will add a little bit to her armor.
How much for that?
This you're probably looking about 2,500.
Fucking
Let's
do
get it for her.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's get it
So
for her.
that's
She could
some-
use the hell out of that.
+1 mithril scale.
How does it deal with dragon blood? Does it come
I'm
out
just
easy?
I mean, yeah, it comes out pretty easily.
All right, that sounds right up her alley.
Now, I'm just but a simple turtle. Can you explain to me what mithril armor, how that helps her?
So mithril,
It's super light.
Yeah, the elven guy
compared to-
fellow over here probably knows pretty well. Yeah,
It's super light compared to regular metal, so it doesn't make as much noise and it's easier to carry around.
Would it help me be more stealthy?
Do you wear? I don't think you wear armor, do you? Can we plate your shell, dip you in mithril or something?
Oh,
Well-
don't do that.
I don't believe so. I don't think that's how that
No.
works, unfortunately. We don't
Maybe
have
not.
any. I don't think we have any armor that'll fit over that shell, unfortunately.
How about a studded deal? Could we stud him?
That sounds like a very
No.
painful process.
I think
Yeah.
what would help you out most, Butch, would be most likely boots or otherwise relying on spells.
Bracers, maybe, or
Are boots considered armor?
amulet.
Do they
I
have
mean, I've already
boots
got-
here?
I've already got 3 things, so
Yeah. I mean, if
And-
the goal is stealth, then
no, I'm being facetious because
Oh,
I'm a
so-
giant lumbering. No, my goal is to prevent Arnon and me from dying. And since they don't, do you have adamantine? I've heard good things about adamantine.
No, unfortunately, we don't have any of that in stock
right.
right now.
So I definitely should be remaining attuned to my sigil of not letting you get critted ever.
That
Collective
sounds like
warding.
like a
Smart.
good deal to me. Yeah.
Yeah.
I hate my life right now because I just put Arnon's armor and shield in his inventory, and now his IOC is 21.
Hey, what's this
Hey.
+1 shield?
Hey, you've been knocking my ass out
That's
multiple times every fight. So
Yeah, has there been a fight where he hasn't gone to 0, except for that one time when we were fighting those bandits?
not for a while.
All right.
All the grease
Elric-
wiped off of my glass cannon.
Elric, Butch, and Arnon and Rhett should all have their new armor and shields equipped.
And so that was 5,800 gold, I think.
Here, I'll put
33,
it. I'll
58,
put it in.
yeah.
I'm gonna
5,800.
put it in chat because I did the math already.
Ooh, and it's
Look
equipped.
at you. Yeah, I already equipped it for you guys.
My
Awesome.
AC hit 20.
And
I'm
I'm
so
just-
excited.
Butch has
Going
an
off
AC of 20 and Arnon has an AC of 21. I hate both of you.
Yes.
Don't hate us.
I know.
Be glad that
I
we
am.
won't be switching our characters out for different, even more ridiculous characters.
So I didn't realize until today, and I was messaging with Lindsay that when she got that kill shot, she had 2 hit points.
Wow.
yeah, we nearly die in most of our fights.
Yeah. So Arnon went down, Elric went down, Butch went down, and Rhett had 2 hit points. And then Gwen was not
never
touched.
took a hit.
I fell down. I got back up again, and then I fell down.
Yeah, you cast tub thumping.
Yes, I did. I chumbawumba'd that whole fight. And the good thing was if Rhett didn't hit him, I was up next with a couple bow shots.
Yeah.
So
I didn't realize that she was that close. She was at
yeah.
2 hit
Wow.
points.
Yeah, we nearly die a lot.
All right. Anyway,
It's something we do.
moving back along.
It's weird. We're 7th level. You'd think, oh,
That just means that
Well,
if it's a near death, that means I'm doing my job well.
Not gonna argue
You
with
are the yo-yo man. You yo-yo your PC.
There's only been 1 death in this campaign, and she came
And it
back.
wasn't even permanent yet.
Yes.
that. Yet.
I just
Okay.
got chills saying the statement. I don't want that.
All right. So anyway, is there anything else I can do for you?
I think I'm good.
Chris 5-5.
yeah, you guys don't have armor in the shape of me, so
Unfortunately,
I'm
not.
cool.
I haven't seen any armor that size.
We gotta look
Yeah.
into that, Butch.
We need a team to put it on and off of you too.
Or we
I'm
can get
wearing
squires.
I made my armor. Ooh.
Wires. Hmm.
Mhm. Help with that.
Hirelings. Yeah.
Hmm.
Anyways.
Everybody's good on weapons, I think, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well,
Oh, yes.
I don't use those.
Patrick,
much.
thank you, my friend.
Hi. Thank you for your business. Good luck out there. Please get my homeland back. Get my home city back.
We will.
We're on it.
All right.
As we were leaving and we passed by those 2 human soldiers, I'm gonna bump into one gently, and I'm gonna tell them, Look out for each other out there, because each other's all you got.
They just kind of look at you and say, "Okay, thanks, thank you."
Gwen's finding the urge to hug them both.
Oh my god.
I'm just gonna leave the store.
All right. So where to now?
Did we learn about these stores in the order that we would arrive at them?
Not necessarily. No.
Can I trade? Could I have traded in my old leather and shield when I bought that, so I didn't have to carry this shit around?
Sure. Yeah. He's not going to give you much for it.
Yeah.
But if you want to just like swap it out, go for it.
Yeah, I'm gonna just go ahead and delete that.
Give it.
I don't want any money in return for my shield. It can go to
Fantastic.
the cause, but if they're giving up people +1 shields, they probably don't need mine anyway.
I mean, as he says to you, he's like, any armor, any shields will be greatly appreciated.
You know
We have
what? He can have my old rapier too.
Much appreciated. We have a lot of soldiers that need to be outfitted, and we still got more coming in every day.
Oh, Arnon, what's your new rapier?
It's pretty vicious, man. It's really sharp.
Yeah, it is real sharp.
All right.
Remember after the trial?
Yeah, that's right. Sometimes it does more damage.
Hand me down. Sometimes it does a lot more. It always does more.
Oh, okay, good.
So, where would you like to head next?
I'd like to go to the general store at some point.
I really feel I need to get Rhett weapons that do more damage, but she likes throwing those axes.
Plus, they come back to her.
Yeah, and we can't.
Yeah,
Be hard to
that's
replace.
We already discovered that we can't replace or upgrade the hatchets and still have them come back.
And she named them too?
I have an idea. Wizard, can you spells that will make weapons do more damage? Oh, that's probably concentration. Well, maybe they're not. Maybe you could do wizard.
About that. If that is something that you want me to be able to do, we'll probably want to go to the magic shop next.
Is that the glowing knife?
Maybe they'll have some potions for us.
Well, the apothecary is the white pot. The glowing knife is the general magic item store.
Yeah.
What's closest? Let's just be efficient.
Yeah. So the next shop on the list would probably be, or the next shop closest to you would probably be the glowing knife.
General magic.
General magic?
General magic. Private melee.
General mayhem. All right. So you walk into this store and you are, as soon as you open the doors, you are greeted with this almost slightly close to overwhelming scent of like a cedar wood incense.
Oh. I love that.
You walk in and you see these dark, like purple velvet curtains hanging. The inside of this building is, it's very, very dim, very darkly lit, almost black walls. You see a couple glass cases with different daggers and other little trinkets and baubles in it. You see lines of bookshelves and a few of those like X-shaped almost wine racks with a few rolled scrolls in them.
Are the pillars in here arranged almost erratically to help break up any magical energies? I'm getting a real strong abjuration sense in here.
Sure, why not?
Is the shopkeep out?
Yes, you see a woman, probably in her half elven, probably, appears to be in
Late
her
90s.
mid. What?
I said late 90s.
Yeah, exactly. Appears to be in her mid 30s, but who knows because she is half elven.
You cut out.
We lost you.
Hello, can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Appears to be in what?
Appears to be in her mid to late 30s, but being half elven, who knows? She in these blue robes, with like silver, almost filigree, arcane markings throughout. Long brunette hair, blue eyes. Standing behind the counter, writing in some sort of leather-bound tome. The door opens, you walk in, and they kind of place their writing implement down, close the book on top of it, and look up at you and kind of give you a half nod. Like, welcome to the glowing knife.
I'll see that half nod and razor a whole nod.
Gross.
How can I help you?
I just point at the wizard and say, "Wizard,
Take it away, Elric.
I'm in the market for spell scrolls.
Fair enough. Of, how powerful?
Looking for something third and fourth level.
Fair enough. We do have quite a few, if you'll follow me. And she kind of leads you over to those X marked. And she kind of points and for fourth level. And she looks into this one section. She's like, this would be your fourth level area. And you see about 4 scrolls sitting there. And then for third level, right over here, and she goes to the bin next to it, and you see about 6 scrolls in there.
I first peruse the level 3.
That was the one that had 6. So, you have level 3. All right, ready? This first one you pull out. And it says water breathing. Second one, summon undead. Third one, vampiric touch. Fourth one, intellect fortress. Fifth one, sending.
Ooh.
And finally, animate dead.
I gotta stop being excited about something I can't see.
Each one of these spells goes for around 500 gold pieces.
Okay. 500.
Yes.
After looking at all of those, I go to look at the level 4 spells.
How many did I say were in there? 4 or 5?
4.
4. All right. 4.
Yep.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. First one. Conjure minor elemental. Second one. Sickening radiance. Third one.
Mhm.
Stone shape. And finally, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Dimension door.
Ooh.
All spells on this shelf run about 1,500 gold.
Okay.
Or I'm sorry, 1,000. 1,000 gold. I misspoke.
1,000 gold? Okay.
Yes.
Um, so I immediately pick up Dimension Door.
All right.
And let's see. Stone shape.
Stone shape.
And conjure minor elemental just in case.
All right.
I'll leave the radiance to our esteemed cleric.
Oh, what?
Any of the
Oh.
third level?
Third level intellect fortress.
Intellect fortress.
Sending
Sending.
and water breathing.
Fantastic. So you pick up the 3 and the 3 fourth level and the 3 thirds levels. Is there anything
Yep.
else that you would like this evening? Or this morning, I guess. It's still very early.
Would you by chance have any potions?
What are you looking for? Your basic health potions, or are you looking for anything else individually? Or in particular?
Polymorph potions.
Well,
Polyjuice potion? What?
Polyjuice potions? Wrong fandom.
health potions, of course, but also, what else do you have?
So we have. She walks you over to this like alchemist's like just jars of potions. She's like, so
Ooh.
we have your standard health potions along this. Then we also have a few. We have these potions of water breathing. A couple potions of resistance, depending on what you're going up against. We do have a couple of frost resistance as well as fire resistance here. We
Do
also
you have any
have
potions of tentacle resistance?
looks at you and is that a joke?
It's not.
Absolutely not.
I'd look at her deadpan and say it's absolutely not.
Unfortunately, no.
We'll just have to try to avoid things with tentacles.
We also have
That hasn't been going too well so far.
Don't mind them.
we have this one other, and she kind of reaches down under the desk, and she's like, we do have this one vial of, this is a potion that will give you resistance to all damage. It is a potion of invulnerability.
Is it immunity or just softens the blow?
I did not name these. It will not make you fully immune. It is
Okay.
more more resistance. It'll soften the blow of all damage.
What's your name?
Fuck.
She's got to check her ID.
Yeah. My name is Kosia.
Nice.
COSIA.
Yes.
Osia, how much would these potions cost?
The invulnerability,
What race did you say she was?
half elf. The invulnerability potion will cost you about 5,000 gold. The resistance potions, as soon as I find it on my price sheet here, give me just 1 second.
Pulls out this giant book, slams it on the table.
The
Pricing.
The resistance potions will cost you about 500 gold. The health potions, the regular health potions, which she shows you, she has a total of like 4 regular health potions. These are 50 gold apiece. And we also have these greater. She shows you these 2 vials of potions of greater healing. These will go about 200 gold apiece.
Let's add the healing potions, both normal and greater. And then
How many greater?
2 greater, 4 regular. So that would be 2, 4, 600 gold for all potions, or all healing potions.
That invulnerability potion would have been great on our cleric in that last fight.
Yes, the invulnerability potion is very nice. Very hard to come by, but very nice.
How long would that effect last?
I believe it lasts for a full minute.
that could be the difference between life and death.
Yes, it lasts for 1 full
Choice.
minute.
I think we should get that.
That will be 5,000 for that.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I think that would be a nice thing for Butch to carry around in his pocket. And his pockets is...
What does it have in its pockets?
It's an affordability potion.
Why does he cry?
Loose change. And profanities.
Smeagol.
Smeagol. Yes. Potions.
It's nice and cool, so juicy, sweet. Sorry. Only wish to catch a fish, so juicy.
I think we broke this lady.
So then we can just leave?
Sorry.
Take it.
Anyway,
We didn't
Alright.
even try with this one.
It's the book smell and the potion smells. It's just it's too much.
It's that cedar wood, man.
yeah,
Is that potion
intoxicating.
Yep.
it's
precious to
masking.
you?
My preciouses. Anyway.
The potion of copyright strike.
Oh no!
Oh no.
I think that's a scroll. I think that's a
Yeah.
scroll.
All right. So, what do you? What do you-
Yeah, we load them up.
Are you getting the resistance potions as well, or?
Yep.
Okay, so
Yeah,
there was
sure.
1 resistance of fire damage, 1 resistance of ice damage. Each one was 500 gold. So everything total will be 6,100 gold.
You're
Knock it all
tallying
down.
this. Gwen.
That's well. How much were the resistance? Is that 6,100 plus the spells, the 4,500
Yes,
for the spells?
correct.
Okay.
All right, so
Yes, I
level
didn't
3
write that.
was water breathing, sending, and what?
Intellect Fortress.
Intellect Fortress. That's right.
And
summon
level
a
4 was dimension door.
tower?
And what else?
Stone Shape and Conjure Minor Elemental.
Thank you.
All right.
No, update the thread with all of this stuff. Before we leave this shop, though, I do have a question for her.
Yes.
You seem to have a lot of like neat little odds and ends. Do you have anything in bone?
Anything in bone? Anything particular you're looking for?
Nothing expensive.
Ooh,
nothing.
a bone flute. Sorry, I like flutes.
Sure. I point at Butch and I say, sure that. But I was thinking something more like bone dice or a bone pen or just a bag of finger bones. Just like anything, really. I'm just curious if you have any of those. I was joking about that wasn't.
A bag of.
I'm not looking for that. Like, if you had that, cool. But like, if you don't have that, that's also fine. I'm just wondering if you have any of those.
Unfortunately,
things.
nothing comes to mind that's made from bone.
'Tis the season.
Alrighty, that's fine. Just thought I'd check.
Do you have anything that's made out of hard candy?
No, that would be the general store that you would probably want to see for anything candy related.
Do you have any enchanted hard candy?
Is there anything else I can help you with?
I believe that's going to be it.
All right.
Unless you had anything else, Butch.
Yeah,
You could put a spell on hard candy.
do you know? Is there anywhere nearby to get clothing?
Yes, there is. The last mark would be the clothier of the area.
The last?
No,
clothier?
I'm sorry. That was the Fletcher. The white
Blue
pots. The white
The
pot.
apothecary?
No, that's the wrong place too.
Do you mean the blue
Excuse
jug,
me.
the general store?
Yes, the general store would also
The blue
have
jug.
clothing. Thank you
All right.
for reminding me that's the places that I just told you. Because clearly I can't.
I got some
Elric?
extensive notes going.
You got
today.
there eventually.
Alric, we need to
Only
get you
because
some.
of Sam. Sam's the only reason I got there.
Maybe next would have been the one we've already been to.
Elric,
So
we need,
wait.
we need you to.
You mean the glowing knife? Oh no, we're in that one. Silly me.
Fuck off.
Oh
Anyway,
my god.
so
Yes, Butch.
No, we need to get you some pretty clothes.
Saying that to the king?
No, I'm saying that to Elric.
Oh.
Elric just got a whole suit of studded armor.
That's not going to help him with the Misra.
I don't think armor's gonna. I don't think.
You-
I don't know duds
you
are gonna
looking
fix your
for
problem there, bud.
A date outfit? Is that what you're saying?
I think you need to set the date, not go
I
on a
don't think-
mission, and buy the
I don't-
clothes then.
I don't
you're
think
ready.
she adequately understands his intentions.
You know what? That's actually a good idea. Better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it.
Yeah, I think you need a
Valid.
according cloak or cape. I think that'd be good.
Good. You think they sell any capes with little skulls printed on them? Really
Is there
just
is there
into
an
it.
actual tailor?
Oh, there's bound to be one around here somewhere.
Yes. There is a tailor
We do have royalty amongst us.
who operates a shop called the Lucky Moon on the other side of the square.
Shall we head there next? And see to our royal company.
I feel like we should be more discreet about that, but I think that's a good idea.
The Tinker Tailors, Soldier Spy.
How do you know we're not talking about Butch?
Oh shit. Really?
I know you're talking about me now. Thank you so much for your help.
Thank you for your business.
As I carefully exit so I don't break the door frame.
Just crab walk out of there.
Fucking Zoidberg.
Crab turtle.
Looks like
Walk
crab,
like crab,
tastes like
talk
turtle.
like turtle.
Wait, what? Okay, anyway. So, where to
The
next?
tailor.
The Tinker Tailor?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus. All right. So, you walk in. Fuck off. Sorry.
I made a thread if you guys didn't see it for the what we've spent so far.
Oh,
You're-
fantastic.
the banker's gone and you're just blowing all the fucking cash.
We definitely
The guardrails are off.
we spent almost 20,000 gold.
Yeah, but you had
Spend
like
is a
60.
strong word. How
didn't you?
about blow?
We got 83,000 from the dragon.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that.
So I don't know what Rhett had. I'm only going off of what I know we got.
Brett had quite a bit. You guys had quite a bit already. I would not be surprised if you were pushing 100 grand.
So we're in the tailor.
So
We
you
were pushing the 100 grand.
yeah, you're walking
Did
towards
you
the
see-
tailor.
Did you guys see the
All right.
clip of oh my God, the Dave Chappelle show with his stand-up when he had what's his name, the richest guy in the world,
Yeah, the Elon.
Elon.
Musk.
come up on the stage? Did you guys see that?
I think you mean the most indebted guy in the world. Didn't he borrow 44 billion or something?
Yeah.
Also true. Anyway, so you guys are walking into.
So I am on a mission. Arnon, I need you helping me find brightly colored capes or cloaks for our good friend so he can be successful. And you find things much better than I do.
Which do you think maybe we should, let Elric pick out some colors that he's kind to? Maybe he has like an inkling of like what Anisra might like.
No, that's not his job. It's our job to provide for him.
I'm-
I feel like
I-
maybe there's a culture clash here that
Yeah.
your
No.
intentions are so.
We give him
cool.
options. He can pick what he wants, but it's our job to provide him
But
options.
if we give him like magenta, bright orange, and a lime green, he may not be into those three, and maybe he'll want something like a burgundy or a rich navy blue.
Why would you only have 2 or 3 colors?
No, I just meant you said we were going to present him with options, unless we're going to be like, here's the store, like just maybe give
No.
him a chance.
We are looking for brightly colored clothes. Think tie-dye.
I'm just going to look directly at Elric. Like, you got to say something.
I'm
Maybe
going
we
to
could-
let this happen.
Maybe we could sew peacock feathers onto the cloak.
We're going to end
No.
up with a Technicolor dream coat before this is over.
I mean, that would be
Probably-
perfection, but I don't think we're gonna even approach that.
He probably needs a really big hat too.
I'm sure you would like to make me the Wizard of Many Colors. That being said,
I
I'm
cast
going
paint splatter.
We do have those paints. We could just paint
That's
clothes
true.
on him.
It's like marvelous pigments.
That's true, but he does not have a shell to paint upon, so we need a cloak or a cape.
He's got a face.
No, why would you paint his face? That doesn't even make sense. He's not a woman.
And the rest of this stuff? God.
Look, we've got his back.
Okay.
his back.
I'm
okay.
pretty sure that has the same meaning in both cultures.
Before we see to me, let's see to our company. We have someone who's been away from his home for a very long time, and I think it's about time
Yes.
he be seen too.
Butcher's on a mission. I guess I roll investigation and fail. Let's go for it.
Are we in the tailor?
No, you are not.
I think maybe
How are we
We
not
were
there
actu-
yet?
I think
Because
if
you guys
we were
won't
actually in
stop
the
talking.
store- if you're actually in the store, you might do better on your.
I can
investigation.
talk and walk at the same time.
So,
Can you?
Yeah, I'm trying to do it right now.
Because
Let's
I don't see
find
much
out
walking.
where we are. I guess I'd be pointing that way.
Are you speaking Draconic again?
Oh my god. Okay. Where are we at? Currently.
Get out of my store!
We're still in the glowing knife.
yeah.
Okay.
Get out!
We-
I indicated I was leaving.
Okay. We officially leave the store.
We're walking towards the tailor shop.
So,
Tailors.
you find your way to the tailor's. You walk in, and you just see these racks of clothing of all different types, makes, colors, cuts, whatever. You see a few mannequins set up. And then walking towards you, you see this extremely tall, probably pushing like 6'3", very lithe elven man with this like almost white stick straight hair, wearing this fine coats and tunic and fine crafted pants and what appears to be almost like a not a tape measure, but like the measuring
Tape.
thing.
Measuring tape. Yeah.
I think you think measuring
Is he
tape. You think like the
High elf.
like-
I mean,
Wood
I'm
elf?
thinking if he's a tailor, he's got the flexible
Yes.
one hanging around
Yeah,
his neck that he
but
can measure.
Drow
your
I think
elf.
there's a different name for that because measuring tape is like the anyway
It's measuring tape.
hanging over his neck.
Tailor tape.
Walks up to you and hello.
soft tape measure.
How may I help?
Is he a high? Does he? Sorry, is he a high elf?
He appears to be a
Or-
high elf. How may I help you
Oh,
today?
he is a real smarmy bastard, isn't he?
Yes.
I'm not saying that out loud.
I'm instantly uncomfortable.
Self.
He's just standing there with
Yes. I imagine you're not. Okay. Brightly colored cloaks and capes.
Before we jump into that, Butch, and I'm just gonna
Oh,
gesture
right,
to
sorry.
our comely dressed friend and say, we'd love to get him outfitted in something that isn't a sheet. Something
Noble.
something noble and
noble.
what is it? Flattering. Yeah, and just
They look over and kind of look up and down of Caius, and they're like, well, I guess his last few days should probably be comfortable.
maybe chill and just point us in a direction.
Yes, what exactly are you looking for?
Close.
What
Maybe
is it?
Kaya should take over.
Yeah, what do you like, Caius?
He's probably used to dealing
I've
with these
been-
types.
In a prison for 200 years. I don't really care at this point. It's the last time I had custom tailored Clothing, I was 16.
Why don't we do like a
Flannels.
nice?
Pajamas.
I was thinking maybe like a nice like a dress shirt, maybe a vest and some slacks, some
Yes.
pants.
Follow me. And he kind of like walks you down this one aisle, and he's like,
Ooh.
I want to slap this guy in the face so bad.
if you're
Butch is totally going to do something you've never seen him do before. He's going to imitate the walking style of this high elf,
if you're looking
exaggerating it slightly.
If you're looking for a custom piece, my turnaround time is typically about a month and a half. 1.5 lunar cycles. If you're looking for something a little more off the rack, I think we could find something that at least somewhat fits your elderly friend here.
That sounds great. Off the rack sounds fine.
Right down here. Hey, we got a new follower.
I know who that is. He's my buddy.
It's your buddy. Hey, buddy.
He's my buddy.
And I say, yes, okay, right this way. And walks you down to this rack, and they just start, like, fingering through, and then they pull out this, like, kind of deep navy, like, dress shirt, pants, almost like a three-piece suit type combo with some, like, gaudy gold buttons. Kind of, like, hold it up to Caius. This might be a slightly large for your lithe frame, however. This,
You have a belt?
yes, we do.
Great. That's fine.
Damn it, Sam.
So angry at this guy for just his attitude.
Is there, so this, if this is what you're looking for, off the rack prices, are you sure I cannot at least tailor this specifically for you?
I could not tell you how much. I don't want you to do that. I just want to put this gentleman in clothes.
He can't wear this sheet for another lunar cycle and a half.
200 years.
So while I'm sure you're so good at it, I would love for us to just get these for him. What do these clothes as they are now go for?
These clothes and this, without any custom tailoring, you, about 50 gold pieces.
Total?
Total.
Wonderful. We'll take that.
Fantastic.
I mean,
Is
this
that,
guy.
is that okay for you, Caius?
I really don't care.
Wonderful. See, he's into it. I'm into it. I'm sure they're into it. Let's get these.
I've been in a sheet for the past 200 years.
Oh my god.
Let's go to the general store too. We can get him some sweatpants with pockets, maybe a flannel.
Sounds wonderful.
Oh my god.
My friends went to Torchiv, and all I got was this lousy t-shirt.
Maybe we can get him the Foods of Conticaria shirt.
So if there's nothing else,
hold on. Well, my turtle friend and my other friends, I don't know how deep Arnon is into this right now, but they'll have something as
I'm
well.
hanging out by the door.
Okay. Do you have any, I don't even know what they're called. You know how sometimes they might take an animal and then the animal's dead, but then they make it into like something you wear around your neck? Like it's a taxidermied article of clothing, and I'm not sure what it's called. Do you have any of those?
A rat?
You mean a stole?
Yeah. I want to see the face. Just look him straight in the eyes. I want to see
like
the face.
a shawl.
Does it still have the animal's face on it?
The face on it. That is not something that we specialize here. If you
Fine.
want something that's actually processed into a more attractive garment, then I can probably do something for you. However, we are not about the faces of dead creatures on our attire here.
She's gonna gesture to all of me and say, "Not quite what I'm looking for."
Clearly.
Oh God, I'm gonna smack him. I'm gonna smack him. Elric! Elric!
I apologize, sir. What was your name again?
Oh, I bet it's like cunty.
Stuffy me shithead.
My
Hey,
name
that's Taylor McShithead.
my name is
Taylor.
Aelion.
Alien.
Aelion.
Right. Yes.
Do I know what that means? That it means.
It means
Oh God.
stuffy McShithead. Now, was there something else that you desired?
How about it, Butch?
Oh, what?
Alien. Butch, if I may. I am in the market for proper courtship attire.
No, wait, whoa. You can't do this.
Hmm?
We have your back.
Butch, you're projecting.
We are in the market for proper courtship attire.
For him,
For
pointing
him.
at Elric, not for him pointing at Butch.
We need brightly colored capes or cloaks
Yes.
for him to choose from.
And he looks at you,
Yeah.
Elric, and he's like, Are you sure
go-
that is what you desire?
I nod and I whisper, add a darker colored one.
Indeed. Well, I will see what I have. And he walks away. A few minutes later, he comes back with like one of those rolling fucking garment carts. Just looks like a rainbow puked on it.
Yeah,
It's
I've
fucking
totally followed him.
hideous. Absolutely hideous to look at. Like
Butch.
all these fucking ridiculous cloaks.
You have to consider the complexion.
Now,
I have. He has none.
Yeah, you don't want to clash.
Just
He's got nothing to clash with.
if you are indeed looking for a brightly colored cloak, I mean, I had to pull these out of the back because honestly, no one is going to buy these. These are more for our festival,
Clown circus.
festival
people?
wear. These are
Was
garments
there
that are
anything in, like, a-
typically
real loud purple.
used for parties.
Your
around-
pajamas.
Yeah, parties around the.
This guy sleeps in a banana hammock.
I get it. They're discounted. I got it.
Are any of them like garish purple?
You could probably find a garish purple one in there, yeah. We do have some from our harvest festival that are a little more muted of the oranges, the browns, the purples, and stuff like that, if that's what you're looking for. However, we also have more pastels for our spring festivals in here as well.
Now, hold on. Elric,
Mm-hmm.
Amisra is what kind of elf again?
It's a real cute one.
Gwen, are you looking for more like a 70s lavender puke color or like a Barney at a rave? Deep
No.
purple.
Barney at a rave.
Okay.
But I need to know, is she what kind of elf?
DM.
Hi.
The DM's doing the hand thing too.
Yeah. Exactly
It
what
puts me in
kind of-
character, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Exactly what kind of elf was Amisra?
Hi. She's hi. No.
I've got it.
Hi?
Yes,
going to murder you.
elf. She was a high elf.
She was a high elf. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So we need to have something that will appeal to a high elf.
This motherfucker. This guy. I'm sorry. our kind tailor over here is a high elf, it appears.
Indeed.
So is Arnon. So maybe they might have some inclination as to
Arnon,
what.
I can
we
guarantee.
need a smattering of smart colors.
Don't ask me. I'm from the street.
I can guarantee you, if this lady you are trying to court is indeed of my lineage, then none of these are going to appease her visually. They may even go as far as repulse her. So I would definitely gear towards something a little more toned down, perhaps.
I'm thinking big, pointy hat with a bunch of moons and stars on it.
Why?
Okay, we're going to avoid that. We're going
All
to
right.
avoid the garish bright colors. Alien, was it?
Alien?
Alien?
Alien. He's an
All right.
Alien.
alien.
Alien. Thank you.
Elion,
It's
Does he guarantee
alien.
his work?
I feel I should probably refer to your great wisdom in this area. We have recently defeated in battle a powerful Twilight Shadow dragon. Its colors were crazy, like all the different night. We're talking like a deep black, but also deep blue. It was, if we weren't trying to, murder us, it was. Do you have, I don't know. What do you think, Elric?
Is there a point to this story?
Hey, Alien, I'm gonna take and I'm gonna Alien. I'm gonna take and then I'm gonna find the Barney Rave on the garish rack, and I say, "How much for this one?"
If you take that out of my shop, I will give it to you.
Wonderful. I'll take it and then I keep it.
I have been trying to
Thankfully.
get rid of that for 3 years.
You bought it, motherfucker.
I did not.
Why? Why did you have it? No, I don't want to.
Okay.
It was a package
Elric?
deal. It came. It was.
Everyone.
It was a misorder. That is not the fabric that I ordered, and it was delivered by mistake, and I have not been able to sell it because my clientele would not.
I'm gonna put
What's
it around
that?
my head, and then I'm gonna hold my hand out like he is.
What's
I'm gonna
that
say,
purple
"What do you
called?
think, Alien?"
What's that shade called? That purple shade?
I don't fucking know.
Midnight Tragedy.
There you go. It's called a Midnight Tragedy.
Damn,
Now,
Butch.
if there is nothing
Fucking
else,
perfect for me.
if there's nothing else I can help with
It-
you, I do have quite a busy evening coming or afternoon.
Guys, if you don't mind, I will finish this up and catch up with you later.
You guys want to head to the general store while he's doing this then?
I don't know. Does anybody have any popcorn?
No, I have to stay here so I can buy it for him.
I can't leave without Butch.
Okay.
Is the king in his new
I can
clothes?
hold person Butch if you'd like.
What?
Huh?
No,
What?
no, I just,
Okay.
Now,
Elric, I will stay with you. You should not have to purchase your own courting attire.
Hey, you know what? Butch. I'll stay with Elric. And you and Arden head to the general store and we'll meet you there.
Yeah, but I want
I'll
to make
buy it.
sure nobody needs.
He's in good hands, buddy. He's in good hands. Just, please. Just, it's okay. He's got
Alright. Okay.
I will not let him buy his own courtship garments.
All right, sounds good.
Okay. Right. You two go. And I need you to behave.
I will, and I'm going to pull the scarf off my head, just wrap it around my neck gently, and then I will. thumbs up to
Yes.
Elric.
Just sit right there.
I'm gonna follow, but I'll follow quietly.
Oh my
No.
god.
Is Caius all dressed?
Throughout this, yes, Caius was able to go and get in his slightly baggy 3-piece dark navy blue suit. Now, where were we?
Let's go, Caius, Butch. Just walk out.
You know, Arnon, you should have challenged him to try and tailor that in under an hour. He probably would have taken it.
I would have rather just killed him.
You can't do
Man
that.
of
You want me to
taste.
go back in and cut him up a little bit?
No.
I'm glad I'm not right there for that. Stop talking.
Now, what
yeah,
is
I'm
it
out
that-
on the street now.
What is it that you truly desire?
What is it?
The-
You truly just...
The lady that I'm courting is a high elf. So, I would like garments that meet the two of us in the middle, as it were.
A drow and a high elf. Let me see what I can find. He steps away from you. and
Hey, was it established if... Sorry.
Steps away from you, kind of pulls the cart full of garish costume fucking cloaks away.
As he's walking away, I'm gonna be like, you know, he meant something by that, don't you?
No.
I
Not
turn to
you. I'm not.
just-
I waited for Alien to walk away. I'm talking to Elric.
Alien! Alien!
Never. I'd rather die.
and,
Did we
and-
establish if the word drow is an insult?
I don't believe it is, no.
Mm, yeah.
Would you consider
It is an insult.
I mean, it's probably up to him.
Given that we don't really come to the surface very much, you know what? I'm gonna flip a coin.
Go for it.
Let's see.
I can't wait to go talk to my dad after talking to this guy.
Oh my
It's gonna
god.
be a walk in the goddamn park.
They were clutch mates.
It would be.
pretty
In
sure
the
elves are-
Underdark, we just refer to ourselves as elves. On the surface, if we hear the term drow or dro,
We gonna cut a bitch.
we don't like it, but since we don't come to the surface very much, we don't really act on our distaste of it so as not to draw attention.
All right. So,
My statement stands. You know, he meant something by that. And after Alien walked away,
Alien
Yeah,
is
after
gone.
he walks away, I still turn to you and tell you to shh.
So Alien walks away for a little while. He comes back about 5 minutes later with another rolling rack, this time of garments that are more muted grays, blacks, some intricate, like deep crimsons,
Ooh, vampire smoking jacket
yeah,
stuff.
deep browns and oranges. You do see one of the deep crimson ones has some like black embroidery throughout. Now, I believe these would be more of what you're desiring and what you're looking for.
Agreed.
Kind of
I
flips-
do go for something with both red and black.
So he flips through and he actually, one of the first ones he picks out, he kind of like picks one out, kind of holds it up next to you. No, this won't do. And he flips through and grabs another one. He's like, and then the one he actually picks out is the deep crimson with the black etching and black embroidery of almost like a damask print, and then black silk kind of edging around. Kind of holds it up.
Nice, I like
He's
it.
I believe this will suit your complexion well as be pleasing to the eye of the mistress that you are seeking to woo.
Do you have any gloves to go with it?
I do. Indeed. And he walks over and picks out a pair of like crimson gloves as well. Or like, no, not crimson, because the cloak was more like a maroon, and they're like a more maroon glove with like the black wrist cuff, long gloves, like gauntlet style gloves.
I believe this will suit me just fine.
Now for this cloak runs about 150 gold, and the gloves are around 20 gold.
I'll take it.
Fantastic. It's been something doing business with you all, and I'll just leave it at that.
Can I have walked away during this?
Absolutely.
Okay. Can I just like find how big is this store?
It's fairly large. But like the area you're in here, the like showroom area, is probably a good like 50 by like 70 feet. And then it seems to continue through back into almost like a warehouse area.
So I think once I want to get still in the showroom where the nice clothes are, but as far away as from Alien as I can. And I once I see Elric has clothes in hand, I want to do something.
Shit. All right. So yeah, you pay for your item.
I just want to discreetly. Oh, do you have it?
Yes.
Okay. I want to discreetly hope, like thinking I'm looking and I want to be out of eyesight of Alien. Just take a tiny bone that I took out of Shadowfell and just put it in one of the pockets of the coat.
Make a sleight of hand check.
12.
Okay.
All right. And then I excitedly leave behind Elric as best I can.
All right. And on that note, we're going to go ahead and take our break because it's almost 10:30. So, give us about 5-10 minutes and we will be right back to continue this adventure, for lack of a better term, shopping episode. All right, we'll be right back. we're back. I didn't hit the button the first time.
Nope.
All right. So after dealing with Swarmy McDouchebag and getting some clothes for your new friend and
I don't know,
girlfriend.
alien was pretty fitting.
Alien.
Oh, I won't. I refuse.
Alien.
It's going to be a reoccurring character now. Everywhere you go, he's going to just be like, it's you again.
He's
Oh,
suddenly a
bitches.
traveling merchant.
when we're not in his shop buying something from him, I'm kicking him in the shin or stabbing him with a fork, whatever is available. I'm
You-
gonna buy a fork just to have with me to stab that guy.
You can
I'm
Okay,
certainly
knocking
it's
try.
over
fine.
his cabbages.
Oh,
His cabbages are everywhere.
All right.
oh
so
my god, I'm going
you
to
do-
have to cast Hold Person.
Give me a taste of my own medicine.
hmm We're going to the general store.
All right.
The blue jug. Not that you needed reminding.
Yes. Thank you. I totally did not need reminding. I definitely was not looking through my list trying to figure out which was the general store.
I wonder if they sell honey here.
So
Probably.
you walk down
Been a
the
while
street.
since I've had honey.
Walk down the street a little ways longer, and you come across this store with big, giant glass windows, and you see lots of fruits, vegetables, everything set up inside through the windows. You see a giant, a big glass door. You walk in, kind of steps up. Excuse me. Out of character, gives you a very like Old West saloon market feel, where it's like the wood planks, short for you guys, shelves in aisles, probably about 3 feet tall, 3.5 feet tall.
Hey, Butch. This
I don't know
store
if I
ain't
fit in here.
this store ain't big enough for the two of us.
No, I'm gonna wait outside. I think.
You see
So
just
sad.
like supplies and everything through there.
honey,
You
food.
you do see this little elderly gnome sitting on a stool behind a very low bar. White, kind of frizzy hair, big spectacles on his bulbous little like tomato of a nose. Kind of looks up at you and is like, "Well, greetings. What can I do for you?"
Oh, I love
Fruit.
him already.
Fresh fruit.
We're looking for honey, fresh fruit, carving tools, and I'm sure my other friends are looking for other things.
My friend here needs some everyday clothes.
Okay.
Something comfortable, something durable.
Well, we got clothing in the back there. You said honey. I think that's in aisle 2 right there. Fresh fruit along the front there. We got apples. We got, berries. We got assorted stone fruit, depending on what's in season right now, which is what's up there. And what was the other thing you asked for? I can't remember.
Like carving tools, not anything super ornate. I'm just looking for something that could potentially carve, like something as hard as bone.
So, like for a dinner, like carving.
No. Like it. You ever whittled?
Yeah.
Kind of like that, but I want tools that can whittle something the tensile strength of bone.
Oh, so you're looking to carve things out of bone? Okay, I get you. Yeah. Yeah.
Sure. I mean, maybe, but yeah.
I mean, there's plenty of people out here that do crafts from bone, like the bone dice and the bone statues and stuff
'Cause I
like
got
that.
a weird look asking about bones earlier, and I just want to.
Oh no, that's perfectly normal.
You were such a breath of fresh air after the last store we went
I
into.
wish I
Oh
could
my
take
God.
a
What's
breath
your
of fresh
name?
air.
Oh my sweet man. What's your name?
I don't remember what my name is. I'm too old.
Oh God.
Oh,
Oh, I bet it's Bartholomew.
but my friend, call me Bart.
Yes.
Yep, it is now. My name is Bartholomew. And my friends do indeed call me Bart. So,
want to hug him so much.
carving
Did you say he
tools?
was halfling? What?
Gnome.
No.
It's an old ass
Yeah,
gnome.
carving tools would be down there at the end of aisle 4 as well. So what is there anything else I can get for you?
Anything else y'all need? Would hard candy, perhaps?
Hard candy or maybe some chocolate-covered grasshoppers.
I've got both, actually. We got assorted hard candies over along the wall right there, and I believe next to those they might be sold out, but you might be able to find a few of them.
Oh, they hopped right on out of here.
Yeah.
I am dying inside listening to
I just want to cast a
grasshopper puns.
fucking healing word on him so bad. Does he look sick?
No, he just looks old as fuck.
Oh, okay.
And you look over, and there's like a fucking barrel full of the chocolate-covered grasshoppers. Like, it looks like nobody's ever fucking touched them.
You had those before, Arnon?
Yeah.
Wait,
Are
did
they
you guys
good?
say chocolate covered grasshoppers?
Yeah. I bet this is right up you guys' alley, too. At least these ones are covered in chocolate.
So, go ahead and help yourself, and then just bring it up here, and we'll go ahead and check you out. Is there anything else I can point you towards?
Do you have anything like dried beef, bacon?
Yeah, we got some jerky over there in aisle 1. We got shit. What did he bring in yesterday? I want to say it was cattle. I want to say it was beef. Beef jerky. I think that's what it was. But if you smell it, you should be
As
able
long
to
as
figure
it's
it
not
out.
turkey jerky.
I don't deal with them turkeys.
Is there any
You said
fruit leather?
you said
too?
aisle 1.
Aisle 1.
Is that where the fruit?
Yeah, the fruit
Fruit leather
leather.
would be?
Fruit leather's gonna be. Oh yeah, it's farther down on aisle 1.
I want grasshoppers.
I take
gonna
it
go
you
get
guys are
some.
getting grasshoppers.
I'm getting some hard candy and some chocolate-covered grasshoppers. I'm
I-
going to take
yeah.
my friend, the king, for some sweatpants with pockets.
Get him some denim.
Some durable trail clothes. Or clothes that you might
Denim.
wear on a trail.
Get him like some like denim overalls.
Yeah,
Or a
easy.
denim
You can
jumper.
come help pick out, too.
I don't think I fit in there.
No? You want some grasshoppers? Huh?
I'm kind of worried that I'll break the boards that are the floor.
I think
Mm.
it will be okay. Just don't run into the shopkeep.
I'm not going to run in that store.
I'm sorry. Don't brush into or collide with the shopkeep.
Is he not friendly?
No, he's old, but he's the
Frail.
sweetest old person. Be kind.
Life
I
on the
want to
trail
give him
has been hard.
everything.
All right, Butch is going to carefully slide into the shop. He's walking super slow so he doesn't knock anything down.
You hear the boards
And he's-
creaking under Butch's feet.
I'm making a beeline
Swear to
for the
God.
shopkeeper.
No.
Don't tackle him.
No. He's old, which means he's wise. So Butch wants to sit down and just talk to him.
Oh, greetings, big fella.
And that can happen while these guys are shopping.
And I think we just get our eyed.
Butch just wants to hear all of his stories.
I'll grab you some grasshoppers there.
All of them. Venerate the wise, young ones.
So there. Well, he's going through stories of, Russell's barn that used to be blue, and then he painted it red, and the tree that used to be standing there, and then they cut it down, and then they planted 3 in its place. So it's kind of hard to find your way down to the old creek down there, because you used to go by the side of the tree, but now the tree's not there anymore. Now there's 3 other trees, so you're not entirely sure. It makes it difficult to find your way there. And these are, Scott, these are absolutely Grandpa Les stories.
I bet they got crawdads in that creek.
And this guy's human, right?
He's a gnome. He's like this.
Oh,
big.
gnome. That's right. Gnome. Okay.
Like him.
Excellent.
Butch.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
But anyway, what all are you guys getting while you're here? You're getting the candy, the clothes, and yeah, you're able to find just like some basic tunics and stuff that you can get for
Fresh
Yeah.
fruit, honey, regular clothes, carving tools, hard candy, chocolate-covered grasshoppers, jerky, and some great stories.
all of that you can get for about 10 gold total.
Oh God, I want to give him more.
Oh my gosh. I mean, I don't think Butch has ever been a gnome that wasn't actively trying to kill him. This is amazing.
I
mean, gnomes live so long.
You're gonna what, sweetie?
You're the best.
Oh, thank you.
I'm just gonna give him 40 gold.
Oh, you don't. I mean, that is way too much there.
No, I think it is not enough for you, you sweet man.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, I've probably broken something.
I thank you for your patronage, and I look forward to seeing you all again soon. Please come back and see me whenever you need anything.
How much you want to bet he's got at least another 100 years to go?
Oh,
I'm just gonna lean down and be like, "Can I have a hug?"
Oh, I would love one.
I'm just gonna give him the gingerest hug.
Why are your hands so
Roll a
fucking
dexterity
dirty?
check.
What's
He
this
cracks
guy's
like
name
a
again?
glow stick. my name is Bartholomew.
Bartholomew.
Let's hear this
Can I
back.
roll insight to see if he's
Bartholomew.
2 days away from retirement?
Absolutely.
He's already pulling Social Security.
With a 13, he might have a couple more days or a couple more stints left in him.
It's like days.
He's
Take
got
him
how
with
many?
us.
He's got how many stints?
Oh
Oh, that's a greater restoration spell.
Yeah, great restoration.
All right. So,
If I do wind up making my gnome artificer, I want to be related to Bartholomew.
Cast your heart
Fantastic.
disease.
all right. So, as you leave the general store, is there anywhere else you were looking to go?
Did we want to see if we could sell the heart real quick
Yeah.
at the apothecary?
Yeah.
Apothecary.
For the sake
We
of
leave
brevity
the
and
general store, we go to the apothecary.
for the sake of brevity and the
Bartholomew.
fact that you've already gone to 3 different stores and
Mhm.
I'm running out of material.
Oh, we want the characters.
If it's like Bartholomew, I want it. If it's like Alien, fuck off with it. We'll do it.
Alien.
Oh, I'd rather
Alien.
Please
I'd rather
give me another
shoe
alien.
glass at this point. Oh my god.
I kind of want it just to watch it happen.
The
I
amount of
I can't yo-yo like this, Nick.
the amount of pissed from Sam was just I love it so much. Anyway, yes, you are able to go to the white pots, and they offer you the size and quality and rarity of that heart. They offer you about 1,600 gold for it.
How much?
1,600.
Yes, 1,600 gold.
Wow.
Okay.
Is that a lot?
I don't know. I've never sold a dragon
it
heart
sounds
before.
like a lot.
It is, if for no other reason than for them to have to buy that off you and to sell it again at a profit. They'd
That's
probably
true.
have to mark it up to like probably 5,000 ish.
So
That's fair.
that's fair. Anything else that you would like to accomplish after going to sell your heart?
Are you talking about shopping wise or in general?
In general, is there anything else? What
Elric,
What are you looking?
did
to
you acquire special things for? I'm not talking clothing. I'm talking about things from the Shadowfell for Anisra.
Oh,
A lot of handful of teeth.
don't you
Jumpies.
worry. I pull out the scroll of eyebite. It's like, I think she's going to be interested in this.
Okay, great. Is he wearing a cloak? Does he have that cloak?
Am I wearing a cloak?
Yeah, did you get a cloak?
I did, and it is stowed for right now.
Okay, all right.
I almost asked what color that was. What is stowed?
No, we use stowed in the military. I know what that means.
It's like puce.
God damn it.
Please no.
It's like a puce, but more toad.
If we are done shopping, I want to break off and find Hymir.
I think we're done shopping.
Yeah, I got what I wanted like 2 hours ago.
Yeah, I guess I got what I wanted.
After
I haven't really thought about food, fresh food. Can I have fruit? And
yes,
Hand it to him.
yeah, got fresh
From the
fruit
store,
from
yeah.
the general store from Bartholomew. So you're able to,
fruit.
while you guys walk back towards the inn tavern that you stayed at, everybody make perception check real quick.
10.
18.
That was amazing. Amazing, Arnie.
Those natural
Foundry
ones.
literally just farted at me. That is my second natural one of the night, and also my second roll of the night.
Fantastic.
No.
Let's
I
see if I
forgot
can get another
the
one.
animal handling roll. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
You got one good one.
Is
Wow,
that a
which
mouse
was
in your
15?
pocket?
So while you guys are walking back,
It's moving.
Gwen and Arden, you guys are distracted by something.
I'm just thinking about Bartholomew.
Elric and Butch, you guys hear the distant sound of like a horn blowing.
Sorry, what? A horn?
A horn blowing, and you kind of turn towards where you hear it coming from, which is kind of the southeast. And Butch, you can't really make it out, but Elric, you see in the sky coming from the southeast a small little speck. that seems to be kind of slowly, very slowly growing and coming from the southeast and you do hear a horn blowing a few times.
As we're walking, whoever's next to me, I just kind of tap him and then with my hand point towards the direction of the sound.
Is the horn coming from the thing or from the city as a warning?
No, it appears to be coming from the thing. It's very, very faint. It seems like whatever that thing is seems to be announcing itself.
Is it a warning I'm about to crash into you sound?
It doesn't appear to be. It seems to be more almost like an announcement.
Ta-da, we are amazing!
Yeah.
It seems fanfare is coming.
Oh.
So.
Can't quite make out what it is, but it is on the way.
It's probably Gwen's boyfriend.
Who?
The human. What's his name?
If you mean
not
Hugh,
yeah.
Oh yeah,
can
Hugh.
I just
Human.
I wanna really bury this deep that there
you
is not my boyfriend in any way, shape, or form, Butch. He's a
He's your what? A friend.
a benefactor, a friend. I don't even know that friend's the right word, Butch, but not boyfriend. Just gonna put a pin in that, circle it,
Okay.
You're phrasing me.
highlight it.
I'm gonna
Okay.
forget.
Butch, Hugh's closer to an employer.
Yeah.
All right, a boy employer.
So,
Okay.
you guys make it back to the tavern.
I'm gonna forget.
At this point, it's
I'll just do this again.
it's probably about noon, 1-ish, like early afternoon. You walk in and you are able to see Hymir is sitting down for a meal. at a
Ooh,
corner
I'm gonna
table.
give him some crickets.
Do you
Sir,
actually do that?
we've returned. We've acquired goods.
Fantastic.
I have here some chocolate-covered crickets that you may be interested in.
Indeed, I appreciate that.
Sir.
Now, shall you all join me?
I was hoping you would maybe have a moment to talk.
I always have a moment.
To maybe talk. I want to, you keep referencing that maybe we should have a private moment to chat, and I would love to do that. Or here. But
If
don't
you,
want to go into another battle. I'm like about to rip this. Go into another battle.
if you wish, I do have a room upstairs if you would like a more private venue.
Just gonna warn you, we came straight from the tailors, pretty much. She's a little on edge.
Glenn, if you're going,
Not sure what that means, but I
She doesn't like clothiers,
It wasn't
apparently.
that he was a
Was-
tailor or a clothier. It was that he was grading personality.
Gwen,
wise.
Cheese?
perhaps.
Are
perhaps
you
like an
talking
ale.
about that A. Leon fellow?
Oh God, yes,
Yes.
yes.
Okay, yes, I get the issue. He seems a bit, for lack of a better term, smarmy.
Thank you.
If holier than thou was about clothes.
Very good point.
Grind
like-
my teeth to dust just looking at the man.
Now,
And so have an ale, before you go.
Gwaithrin, if you would
Fine.
like to have a conversation, we can retire to my chambers and have a private conversation.
Sure. And I am gonna get a. I'm not gonna get it now. I'm just gonna get a. Like, I'm just gonna walk up and I'm just gonna be like, 4 fingers, please, of your well whiskey.
There you go.
Is he at a table? Is
Take it with me.
He was, yes.
there anything to eat on that table?
Yeah, there's some the leftovers of his meal.
I'm gonna
Arnon,
snap,
can we
snag a
afford?
piece of cheese and put
Mostly
it in my cloak?
salad and yeah, a couple slices of cheese and stuff like that.
Arnon, we can afford more food, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
All right. I'm going to go order a bunch more food.
All right.
At least 1 or 2 more meals.
All right. So you guys sit down to eat, and Gwen, you head to have your private conversation with your father.
Are we there?
Yes, you enter the room. He kind of opens the door, lets you walk in, shuts the door behind you. Now, Gwaithrin, what was it you wanted to discuss?
I really want. I'm not the same person that left Mesh. And I just want. So much has happened in the last year. And this is just. I need to get it. I need you to know that it's. I need you to take me seriously. And just. This is hard. This is so hard. But this is not. This is so different now. Things are so different.
Just standing there looking at you.
React? Can you say something? Can you just like do something different than you have for the last 100 years?
I was waiting. I believed that you were building towards something, and I was going to give you the opportunity to finish your thought.
Oh, I don't. Okay. All right, fine. Since
For those listening, Scott just held up a printed sign that said uncomfortable ... Anyway.
I mentioned before that I had a run-in with something that took my brain. Do you recall?
Vividly.
Okay. So that happened somewhat early on. And as you can see, I've got it back. So we got some help to get it back. I got some help. I may or may not. No, I did. I got a. I got it back via a contract.
He is intently looking at you now.
And I am waiting for him to say anything. Because that was a bomb. I'm waiting for the fallout of any kind. Like, can I roll an insight
Sure.
or something just to see if he's fucking even reacting?
Sure.
20.
Since you're the only one in the room, I don't feel like a whisper is really necessary. You see, again, he is this stoic face that you have grown up with. You see cracks around in the almost porcelain mask of duty and honor and the face he has been trained to put on for hundreds of years in the service of his country, and the inability to let emotions govern his actions. You're starting to notice chips in that armor that he puts on. You're starting to notice his eyebrows furrow slightly. The corners of his eyes widen. The corners of his mouth drop slightly in an expression that signifies worry and regret and a general feeling of not knowing what you're about to say or how it affects you or him. You're not sure.
I'm not a diplomat. I'm not a member of the council. I'm not an enemy on the battlefield. I'm your daughter. I need my dad.
Roll a persuasion check.
Oh, get the fuck out of here. 10.
Oh no.
I'll say with advantage.
17.
Better.
You hear a long, drawn-out sigh. As he turns away from you for a second and takes a couple steps towards one of the walls of the room. With his back turned, he says to you, "For my entire life, I was trained to bury any emotion because it can be used against me by political adversaries or in times of negotiation. This may indeed not make me the perfect father figure. However, it's fortunately or unfortunately is who I am, and it pains me to know of your suffering and your issue that you, not issue, that's not the right word, your experience. I refuse to say the word. However, and as he turns towards you, you do notice a glisten in his eyes. I do not know what would happen if you were taken away. And whatever this contract is does not matter because it brought you back.
Gwen just starts crying. I really thought your answer was going to be different than that. So I thought you would be upset. Not that I really had an option, but I wasn't done. Do you... I haven't taken into account what you've had to deal with, and I am sorry that I have been so harsh about that. It just felt like you didn't care a lot.
My nature, my appearance, my training, for lack of a better word, has made me stoic. That is true. And perhaps being stoic is, while being good for a politician and a negotiator, I'm starting to realize it is not always the best demeanor of a father.
That is accurate. Maybe impetuous isn't the greatest trait for a child, but we're both working on it, it feels like.
For a second, you swear you hear your dad, your father, laugh slightly under his breath.
Just internal screaming, but trying to keep it together. You? Oh, no. You.
I will not promise to change who I am. That nature has been ingrained in me for hundreds of years. However, perhaps it hasn't been said enough. But you... I have never stopped thinking and worrying about you. No matter where you have been. No matter what new hobbies you partake in.
I really want a direction. But it's good to know, and at least we get to do this next one together.
Indeed.
I do have to ask, do you know of Hugh Percival Lockross? And again, with in mind that I am not a political adversary, I'd love to know what you know.
Only by rumor.
Like what?
I have never met this person. I have never heard directly from anyone of any personal interactions with him. However, there are rumors and stories of him making deals throughout the world. There have been mention of his travels across different planes. I've not really given them a second thought because this is not a up until you mentioned his name a couple days ago. Did I ever think that he was a real person? I thought it was stories.
He's real. He's the one who brought me back.
Just kind of like puts his hand up and rubs his chin slightly. My knowledge.
Yeah. Oh, go ahead.
Continue.
Go.
No, please continue.
We ran into him a few times, and he presented himself as the carnival master, like Caius referenced him, and he did seem genuinely eager to set up a carnival, which was, that was a thing. But we kept running into him, and he gave me a way to contact him if anything happens, and then it did. And I mean, I wasn't there for most of it, but he gave me a chance to come back, and I took it, and yeah, things are more different now.
Well, again, the only things that I have heard about this individual are conjecture and hearsay. However, stories of stories of stories.
I hope you don't end up in the same room within 100 miles of me. I'm just gonna put that out there, but at least until I understand it more. Yeah. He also got us out of Sigil. We were stuck there for a while. Well, he just laugh hysterically. He sort of got us. He got us out of Sigil. Then we went to Hell. And then we went somewhere else entirely.
Eyebrow raise.
Yeah. I guess did we not tell you where we went?
You mentioned it in passing.
Yeah. So that amulet that Elric has came from you as well. And we got from the water plane, which we'd gotten stuck into the Sigil, and then from Sigil we accidentally teleported to Stygia and did some things there. Nothing of import. And then we
roll a deception check.
7.
Yeah. Okay. Continue.
and then we ended up in a real terrible place that we just kind of waited it out there for a while, and then we ended up on the other side of the world, and then we found another portal to get us here. Not here, but like
Yes.
Castellatri. And then that's when the Mind Flayers invaded, and then you showed up.
Indeed. You sure have been a lot in the few months that you've been gone.
Yeah, it's been some shit. It's not all been bad, though.
And it proves that you are indeed as strong-willed as ever.
Like you said, not gonna go out without a fight. Yeah. I just needed you to know. I guess, the finer details of this, because I'm still trying to figure it out, and I'm still, I mean, for the record, not completely. I'm not like Butch has kind of opened my eyes to some of the um ways, I guess, of Sahanine that maybe I hadn't given much of a shot. So, and we learned actually, we found this book, and I'm gonna show him the book from Shadowfell, and for brevity's sake, show him
Right.
what Butch and I read, and the markings and whatnot. So it's like, so I mean, maybe other than this whole contract thing,
He
things start to make more sense.
audibly laughs when you show him the book.
Why are you laughing?
Again, as I've stated before, one day, if you choose to, you will have children.
I don't know, this shit seems
And
really complicated.
you will realize then why I am laughing. Waithran,
You get to- Mhm.
these are the teachings we tried to imbue in you when you were younger, and you were a little more bullheaded. You heard what you wanted to hear and assumed we were all shunning you. Because
It
of your
depends.
love of the decay and the mushrooms and the mycelium and all of those things. When if you would have listened a little more, you would have heard the underlying message of Sehani. That these infatuations are not necessarily an evil. There is a balance, the lights and the dark, the moon and the shadow. There's a balance. And you, as a mark bearer, are destined to walk that line. You are destined to walk the balance between shadow and light.
I'm not doing this wrong.
Smiles, his biggest smile you've ever seen from your father. You're finally doing it right.
That. Oh boy. That's a relief.
And then
That's a incredible
split
relief.
second, and his face just goes completely stoic again. And
Visible frustration.
yeah, just
Fuck.
I'm proud of you. I feel like you have finally listened and finally it took you figuring it out on your own to finally heed the lessons that we tried to force on you, probably a little too hard.
Just took going to hell and the Shadowfell and
Some adventures are a little harder. Some lessons are a little
Not-
harder to learn than others, I guess.
not having a brain for a few minutes. That'll wake you up. Well, I think quests. Thank you, I guess. I feel I will never be able to do what you do. I don't think there's ever going to be a time that I don't wear my heart on my sleeve. You can ask Alien or Elric or anyone else who was in the store.
You were not meant for politics,
Barely.
and that is fine. There are times where I question whether or not I was meant for politics. However, you have your own path, and I believe that you're finally starting to see that path.
Do you think we can try that surprise hug again? But like, maybe not like stone?
You see, like, at first a little bit of standoffishness to him, but then he relaxes and kind of
But he turns into a bird and flies away.
turns into a bird and fucking fucks off right out the window. No.
Good talk.
You see his body relax and his shoulders droop down, and he kind of puts an arm out towards you.
Squeeze as hard as Gwen's meager strength will allow.
He just wraps his arm around your back and kind of pats you right between the shoulder blades. Leans down and gives you a slight kiss on the top of the head.
Gwen dies. No, I think well, like Gwen just overwhelmed and doesn't say anything at all. Just enjoys the moment. And I think then pulls away and is like, so I think I interrupted your meal. Do you want to maybe go finish that with the team?
And he says, if you're ready, we can depart.
Back. Okay. And then I head to the door.
All right.
Well, are we singing drinking songs or are we engaged in philosophical debate, guys?
Kind of
Elric
watching
would-
the king.
Oh, yeah, we could be talking to the king.
How's
Maybe
the-
getting into philosophical debate with the king.
Just imagining him just eating like somebody who's been in a cage for
Oh
200
yeah,
years.
absolutely. He's just like shoveling anything he can get
Those
his hands
pants
on.
aren't going to be baggy for a while,
No.
for that much longer.
Fucking
Just
like
gotta
picking
slow
up
down.
steak and just like ripping it off the bone.
Like with a combination of watching this and having that apathy fall off the last night is kind of making Arnon feel like his life could have been worse. He's getting some sort of like sick positivity out of this. Like, at least I wasn't in a cage for 200 years in the fucking Shadowfell. Just kind of grinning at the king every once in a while.
So, King, I was wondering if I could pick your brain about the finer points of court intrigue. It looks like you're busy eating.
With a full mouthful of food, he's like, "Oh, it's been 200 years since I've been in a court." Just continues.
And he was 16.
I was 16.
Are we back down there at this point, or is this
Yes,
happening?
I would say
Okay.
you are walking back down the stairs. I will say that through the conversation with Hymir, as well as you guys eating and discussing with the king, you've been sitting there for about an hour and a half at this point. Everybody roll another perception check.
12.
Ho, ho, ho!
Green giant.
Well, there you go, Arnon. Nat
That's
20.
a 20 for 27.
I got a total of 10.
18.
All right. While you guys are sitting there, Arnon and Elric this time, you guys hear from outside significantly closer. Actually, to be honest, I'd say Gwen with a 12 as well. And yeah, probably at this distance, even Butch with a 10 is slightly hearing it, but you're hearing that same horn that you heard before, like billowing now outside. You just hear this.
Sounds like the horn of approaching.
Did Hymir? I assume Hymir heard it, right?
I mean, probably, but let's.
Would we notice? Would it sound familiar from our time in the military?
Yeah, it would be very similar to an approaching ship call. Same. Yeah, Hymir absolutely notices it. It's the same horns they use actually, as we're in a naval city, in a coastal city, it's the same horn calls you heard from when ships would be approaching.
Okay, so it's different from like the army marching into town.
No, this was more of like a naval call.
Oh.
You
Well,
start
there's
to
no-
see people like standing up and like looking out the windows and everything, and from inside the inn.
There's no port here, not even a river.
You see Hymir.
In the sky.
Hymir looks towards you, Gwen, and says, "You might want to step outside."
I step outside.
Also step outside.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Anybody who stepped outside, go ahead and make another perception check.
Well,
Make my nat 20
24.
fucking worthless. 9.
oh no.
Hey, I got a dirty 20.
I poked my eye on the door.
So,
Oh.
Arnon and Elric,
Cat,
you
move.
see a shape approaching, but the sun's kind of like blocking out your vision.
Bad angle.
Butch, you see a ship in the sky. Gwen,
My point.
With time.
you see a very familiar ship in the sky.
Oh, no.
You see what appears to be a hodgepodge of, you see pieces and parts from those
good.
nautilus shells have been repurposed and attached to what appears to be the Narissa, turning it into an airship as it approaches the city.
Is it
Wow.
how high up is it?
Probably about 100 feet, roughly.
I don't know who's standing next to me. Whoever it is, I punch him, not aggressively, and say, "I think I know what ship that is." Think a
I tell where it's-
rainstorm's rolling in.
Can you tell where it's
flies
headed?
now.
Just dies.
Can we tell where it's headed?
It
Like
appears.
what part of town?
Yeah, it appears to be headed towards. There's no actual like keep on here, but we'll say, for the sake of this map, it is headed towards. You see where it says Long Garden right there?
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna say that is where the keep, the castle, the central castle is. It appears to be headed towards there.
I follow it.
Before you
Well.
do, Hymir, while you're standing there, Hymir kind of steps out quietly behind you, and he says, "It's the ships that attacked the city were the final piece we needed to give our forces a bit of an upgrade."
It's
We-
fantastic.
Upgraded.
Upgrade.
So you guys run towards the keep, and what you see is
We're running now.
Longstrider. Cast Longstrider.
what you see is a similar setup to Castellatri, just slightly larger. You see a wall surrounding a central tower.
Can we just dine and dash?
I'm sure it's fine.
I just am going to assume you all just left gold on the table.
Yeah.
Why would you assume that?
So you see
That's
Because
not gonna look
Butch is with
good.
you.
you see
Yeah,
this
Butch
Should have
wouldn't
never
let you do
given
it.
you drow money.
No. No.
I get to say that. Only we
sorry.
get to say
That's,
that.
that's your word. I'm sorry.
you see this central
I didn't
tower.
buy my fork for stabbing.
You see,
Sorry, go ahead.
you see this central tower on a bit of a hill, and at the top you see like a flat surface, like a rampart, on this tower. And as this ship approaches the top of this tower, you see this the ship actually come almost to rest right next to this tower, and you see a beam, like a plank, almost go out from the top of the tower onto the ship, and you see 4 or 5 figures debark the ship into the tower.
Can we tell who they are?
You mean disembark?
Disembark, thank you, not debark. Debark's like ripping the bark off a tree. No. Disembark, thank you.
Can we tell who got off the ship?
If you would like to make another perception check. No, you don't. You can't quite tell. You see 4 or 5 figures.
The dad was in my eyes.
The dad was in your eyes. Elric with a 6. It's hard to tell.
Yep. Nope. The sun was still in my eyes.
24.
Arnon, you see General Calliope, Rain, 2 soldiers in full plate with helmets on. Can't tell who they are. And then following them, you see Major Ironhaft.
That's nobody we know. Let's go back. Just kidding. Looks like the general and her crew.
Best we go
Okay.
meet them.
Guess we go approach.
Certainly.
Yep.
So you guys walk up to the gate of this keep, and the gate. There's 2 guards standing there, and at first they cross their pole arms in front of you, but then the one kind of looks across, and then kind of leans to the other, and he's like, "I believe these are the ones that we were waiting for." And they open up their pole arms and let you pass. You enter the grounds of the keep, go straight towards the door. The second guard, kind of leans over his shoulder and says, "I believe you'll find them. I believe you'll find the council on the 2nd floor."
We go to the 2nd floor.
Yeah.
Spiral-ish staircase on the outer edge. You go up to the 2nd floor. You enter this room, very similar layout to the Castellatri War Room.
I dragged the king along with us, by the way.
Okay. Very similar to the Castellatri War Room that you have been in multiple times.
Like the exact same map, pretty much.
It might just be the exact same map. Around the table, you see roughly about 7 to 10 individuals. Instantly, you see just walked in, standing at one end, Calliope, Ironhaft, and Rain. You see a few other appear to be noblemen. One elven, one human. Short hair, the human with short hair. Elf with longish brown hair. Then at the head of the table on the other side, you see a man, human male, who looks to be in his late 50s. Sharp features, wearing bright, ornate, purple lavender interlaced clothing. A close cropped white and gray beard, and a golden crown sitting on his head. As you enter the room, Calliope turns towards you and looks and says, "Well, here they are, a little sooner than we were expecting, but I believe they call themselves, this is the team I was telling you about. I believe they are calling themselves Fiat."
We really need to workshop that.
So the guy with the crown, does he have shit all over him?
I would like to introduce you to Emperor Juilliard of Conticaria. The Emperor.
I immediately take a knee.
Same.
Do
The Emperor.
curtsy?
It's like I motions. It's like, get
What
down.
was his name again?
Emperor Juilliard.
I follow Elric's cue and
But he's-
Must be a
sink a
musician.
bit.
Good,
Lower.
good musician. Yeah.
Yeah, he's a real fucking good musician.
Yeah, the
Graduated from
Emperor's
the
a
most
bard.
Prestigious bard college.
Nice.
So, the Emperor kind of motions for you all to stand up. And then Calliope turns to Hymir, which you noticed had followed you in. She's like, Hymir, was your mission a success? And Hymir just reaches into his cloak and produces the small cube. Places it down on the table, which you see a map of a excuse me. You see a map of what appears to be a mountain range with a centralized like city right on the edge of the mountains. And you see perimeter wall and little flags and icons of soldier like battalions set up. He takes the small silver cube, places it on the table next to 3 additional small silver cubes. Juilliard looks across to Hymir and states, "Good. This will help us to form a defensible position in the siege of Kavachliev." He looks across to the rest of the council. He's like, "Has there been any luck finding the final one we required?" And you see everybody just kind of like muttering back and forth and under their breath and general like no and negative reactions. He's like, "Well, 5 was the ideal number to form the defensible perimeter."
Sure.
Can I roll to see what 4 things Hymir just pulled out?
Sure. Roll an Arcana check.
Oh, it's Arcana.
Didn't he tell us about him?
I asked him if it was what it was.
And
You
we
did.
saw one in Sigil.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think
These
you know what
are
it is too.
yes. These are instant fortresses.
Right.
These are small objects, small 1-inch cubes that can be thrown down, a command word spoken, and a 2-story tall fortress appears.
I wonder if they got the one from Sigil.
How's Caius looking?
Caius is kind of standing in the doorway.
Have they
Is he
noticed
trying?
him?
Is he trying
I
to be
don't believe
like
so.
unseen? Or?
Not really being unseen, just feeling more of a unwelcome type feeling, like an unsure whether or not he should be there.
Hmm.
I feel like we should say something.
Do we?
Your Excellency, General,
And
there's been a development.
Calliope says,
I got a new manservant. His
this
name's
is
Kai.
this is
Oh my
Elric.
God.
This is Your Excellency. This is Elric. He is the wizard of this group. And Juilliard looks at you. He says, "By all means, what is this development?"
We found someone in the Shadowfell. Caius,
Caius,
please step forward.
Caius kind of gingerly steps forward, and at the mention of the name, you see the guards on the outside edge of the room just kind of like instinctively put their hands on the hilts of their swords. And you see the Emperor just kind of put a hand up to the guards. And they relax back in place. Caius, you say? Surely that has to be a coincidence.
Let me tell you about it.
Who is this individual that you found in the Shadowfell?
This is King Caius of Shan. According to Caius, he is the same king that disappeared more than 100 years ago.
There's no record of the King of Shan ever disappearing. There's no record of any change in leadership for the past 200 years. 216 years. Or no,
Oh,
sorry.
he
I said
disappeared.
that incorrectly. It's more like 202. Right around 200 years. We're just going to go with that.
Yeah, an even 200.
There's no record of any change of leadership in the past 200 years. How is this slightly elderly gentleman supposed to be
Right.
the theoretical king of Shan?
He claims to have been abducted. Abducted.
Abducted.
Roll an intelligence check.
Is there a speech check?
Juilliard.
That would be intelligence.
Juilliard just kind of looks and says, "Is there any proof to your claim?"
He claims that his former assistant,
Move on.
Luvan, would recognize him as the true Caius.
Luvan. I've heard this name in passing. He's a top advisor too.
Claims he was abducted by a demon when he was 16 and kept prison in the Shadowfell since.
There's
Strahd.
Strahd von Zarovich.
I'm not familiar with that name. I'm not sure
Well,
if
he
I'm
left.
supposed to, however.
We're not familiar with it either. We get it wrong half the time.
If this is indeed true, it is something that could potentially deem useful. However, I do not believe it is going to be of any use for us in the coming battle. So, if you are indeed the true heir, and you were indeed absconded away with before this war began, perhaps there is hope to end this conflict. And Caius kind of steps out and attempts to, with his elderly form, attempts to stand as upright and as noble as possible, and kind of adjusts his brand new 3-piece suit around him that's still slightly baggy. And he says,
little chicken grease on the lapel.
He reaches out and says, our countries were allies when I was on the throne. I had no intent for war. There was no malice in my leadership. There was no malice in my court. If there is a way that I can regain what is rightfully mine, I give you my word this war shall end. I do not know who sits in my stead. I do not know who has taken my identity. But if there is a way for me to prove who I am and to regain my kingdom, you have my word that I will do so, and I will end this conflict. To which you hear in the back, you hear Rain just be like, shit, that sounds pretty good to me. Calliope just kind of like smacks them on their, like under the table, just shut the fuck up.
Are there any other generals here, or is Calliope like
You
flag
see,
general? Or...
you see a few others that look like they're no one you've ever recognized before, but in their armor and their attire, you can assume that they are either generals or very, very high-ranking officials. And Juilliard is like, just kind of nods in agreement to Caius and says, I will take that into advisement, and if we have the opportunity, we would love to end this conflict. However, as of right now, our top priority, since we do not know where the other king is located currently, more than likely they are in their castle in Soon. However, our most pressing matter is we must retake Kvachliov. He kind of looks around. He says, the 4 fortresses will give us a decent perimeter. Not quite the perimeter I was looking for, but it could potentially work.
Hey, Gwen, could you
We might
drop?
know where there's a 5th one.
And he looks at you directly and he says, you have seen another?
Some weirdo tried to sell us one when we were passing through Sigil.
He
also tried to sell us a weekly elephant.
How much was the tower?
Like 30,000.
30,000 gold for another tower, and you said it was in. I'm sorry.
Sigil.
Sigil, and then
It's another plane.
It's a
Caius.
parallel dimension.
We get around. We get around.
Caius looks slightly confused, and he's like,
Not usually on purpose.
"You've never heard of Sigil?" And the Juilliard's like, "I'm unfamiliar with the city. Is it on the other continent? Where?"
It's
And-
actually another plane,
Caius.
and
Oh no, continue.
we actually were trying to get back here from there, and we'd learned that all the whole thing with Sigil is it's can get you to other planes. It's like a nexus point.
Caius is
It's
nodding.
a city of doors.
And we learned that all the doors between, was it just Conticaria or the whole
It
material
was
plane?
the continent.
The material. place.
The continent.
Oh,
We learned that all the doors between our continent and Sigil were destroyed also about 200 years ago.
Caius is nodding and says, I can vouch for what they're saying. This is, Sigil was a trading hub, and yeah, they're, when I was king, and in my time here, there were portals through doors to and from Sigil all over. It was as easy as opening a door to get to Sigil. To which the Emperor says, there have been texts that I learned about when I was younger about such things, but we have not seen any such portals in a few generations at least. We assumed that the Nexus fell, or there was some sort of catastrophe that caused a disconnect.
Still there, and
well, we might be able to get there. It's
it's a gamble.
it's a little iffy.
It's never really properly worked.
We could end up in the abyss.
We could end up below the city. Like it's a
If
yeah.
Hey, Mayor.
But if Heimer goes with us, he could
yeah.
get us back, right?
Yeah, he could probably get a
to
tuning
which-
fork there while he's there.
To which Hymir says, yes, if you get me there, I can most surely get you back. I just do not have the proper equipment to get us to this plane.
I point at the
Ulrich,
wizard.
roll me a d20.
No.
To which Juilliard responds, says, if that is possible, it would greatly close ranks. And he points down to the map, and you see, so there's the mountain range, and then a town, what looks like a town built into the mountain range. And you see a exterior wall with flags for different battlements and different battalions of soldiers. And then what you see is surrounding that, let's just say those are all red. Surrounding that, you see blue flags for different battalions, and you see 4 silver dots that are all, I'm sorry, 5 that are surrounding and creating a perimeter around that centralized city. Juilliard looks down and he said the goal was to block them in, to create these fortresses. So there is no... So we have strength around the entire perimeter. However, if you can get the 5th, that would be fantastic. However, if we do not have time, or if the trip is too dangerous, it is doable with 4. We can spread them out slightly but it will possibly reduce our effectiveness and could potentially cause possibly more casualties in the long run.
Shouldn't be a problem if we can get there. I mean, that guy.
How
loved
much
us.
time? How much time before the assault?
To which Calliope says, the soldiers from Castellatri will be here in 3 more days. We came ahead to finish the planning. The soldiers are marching across the land. They should be here in about 3 days. After they get here, we march towards Kvachliev. We have a
How
few
many
more
days?
battalions. We have a few more battalions coming from other towns that will get here about the same time. The march from Torchiv to Kvachliev will be about a 3 to 4 day march, depending on weather conditions. So theoretically, we have 5 or 6 days before the battle ensues.
How many days since we teleported to Santa's workshop?
4.
Is it 4 or is it 5 now?
It's 5.
Oh, it's 5 because
Yeah,
it's the
it's the
8th
new
now, so
day.
it's 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you still have 2 days before you can use the amulet.
We can make
You're-
the trek there in 2 days. If we take Hymir with us, we can get back immediately, right?
Theoretically, we could get back that same day. Yes, as long as your amulet works the way it is intended to work. Which,
Well,
from what
we'll
you've been
know
telling me,
immediately.
is not exactly. However, even if it sends you somewhere else, I can still get us back here. We just will not succeed in our mission. So, Your Excellency, I believe it may potentially be worth the risk, because either way, I will get myself and this team back here safely within a matter of hopefully hours. The Emperor kind of looks and he's like, if this is and truly what you intend, and if you believe that this could happen, then by all means, I will entrust you with this mission. However, before that, I would like to discuss the assault with you. Your team... Wait, hold on. General
Who's
Calliope
he saying that to?
said that to you and Hymir, who is standing with you at this point.
Yeah.
Now he turns to all of you and says, General Calliope has informed me through correspondence of your team's accomplishments. And we are all very grateful that you are here. Well, slightly unorthodox, it seems that you have staved off quite a few disasters that could have potentially turned the tide of war even further against us. So,
We have a knack for that.
in this upcoming battle, you will be of great value in this upcoming siege. Because of your proven skill, I have a special assignment for your team. We have intel that a mercenary band has aligned themselves with King Caius.
Tiamat?
Indeed, the Hand of Tiamat.
We got that intel.
Yeah, so you did. With this band has been placed in control of Kvachliev. You will be my strike force. While the army engages their forces, your mission is to cut the head off the snake. Eliminate this mercenary band and the army will fall. How you get this done is up to you. However, intel has shown that The 5 members of the Hand of Tiamat have set up deep within the city of Kvachliev, in the throne room, the ancient dwarven throne room. They've taken that as their seat of power. And and we believe that is where you will find them. So, any thoughts as to how to accomplish this mission? I am open for suggestions.
Is there any chance, because the throne, I'm asking you, Nick, if I would know that is the throne room above ground or below ground?
The whole city is built into a mountain.
It's into a mountain.
Very, very Ereborn. This is
Is-
very. It's basically like an Ereborn city. It is built into a mountain. It is a mine. You know. It is a
Is there-
stereotypical dwarven city.
Is there any chance we can come in, not through the front gates, like perhaps underground,
Like a ventilation shaft.
or the Underdark runs underneath Kvachliev? We gave the map to you all. Is that an option?
Potentially. You see. Oh,
Just don't say so.
Elric.
I have an idea. And this is entirely dependent on whether or not anyone in town has the spell scroll available. If they have the spell invisibility, we could go in there through the front, quite literally unseen.
Do cities like this in a war, would they have like an anti-magic barrier set up?
It is possible. We do not know the fortification. We do not know all of the fortifications that Kvachliev has in place. Your theory is sound, my wizard. I am not sure whether or not they have any kind of anti-magic countermeasures in place. There are a few different options I can think of. And Rain kind of leans over and is like, that Underdark thing might work if there's a lot of nasty shit down there, though. Calliope.
Shrugs.
No, Ironhaft, who's there, who's standing next to them. I grew up in Kvachliev. There were tunnels to the Underdark. However, they were barricaded off long ago. There are another option would be going in with the main strike force and breaking off. And he kind of points towards a section of the map on the right of the town. It says, there is a small path through the mountains here that could potentially get you close to access into the city. Either way, you're looking at a dangerous route. But I believe these two options would be your best choice. Either an assault through the Underdark and potential Durgar mind flayers again, and other creatures, or attacking with the brunt of the army, a full frontal assault, and potentially breaking off when you see an opportunity. Unless someone else has a better idea, those are the two options that I see.
What about a flying ship that could drop us?
And Rain's like, I mean, the city is underground, so I can get you as close as I possibly can in the ship, but I can't get you dropped in the city because the city is in a mountain.
Right.
Grab us
The
on
ship-
top of the mountain.
The ship itself, my whole job here is to come provide air support, fucking fight, try and assault these walls and take out troops from the air. I could probably get you guys close, but I don't know how close I can get you to the city. I can get you
Would
on.
probably be pretty seen that way too.
That is true. You would be seen.
It's also putting the ship at risk if we're bringing it too close.
Indeed, but
Yeah.
that's kind of my job. That's why I'm here.
I really don't want to go through the Underdark. We need to have our resources available to us when we arrive. And I'm worried the Underdark will sap those.
Ventilation shaft. Let's John McClane this shit.
Is the ventilation
Tis the
shaft
season.
if we go through the mountain or through the Underdark?
To which Ironhaft is like, well, you could go through this section. You would still more than likely be part of the initial assault, and you would have to break off because there's this city was built to be fortified. So if you go, you can enter in with the initial assault and then make your way around to the side. If you enter, if we set up the fortresses here, and he's pointing to different spots, it's like, if we set the fortresses here, we will, hopefully, we can, shit, it's after midnight and my brain's not working anymore. We can focus our forces in this area and hopefully buy you a little bit of freedom to separate off from the group, from the main assault, and force your way into the mountain range on this side. If you follow the path up, you should be able to find an old access tunnel.
Where would we go if we went in the Underdark route? Where would we enter the Underdark to
Yep.
start?
You would enter like to get into the Underdark?
Yeah. Like, how long are we talking being in the Underdark?
Elric?
I know how we get into the Underdark. But you're not going to like it.
Then let's don't do it.
Is it underwater?
Well, we at Fiat are driven by passion, so I'm sure we'll get this done.
The overland passage with the assault.
Yeah.
How dangerous is it?
Never tell me the odds.
Calliope
Tell me the odds.
Calliope says, there is no good answer here. This is a very dangerous mission, regardless of which path you take. However, if you go above ground, there are a lot more forces, but there are also a lot more people at your back, and a lot more soldiers that will provide distractions for you. If you go through the Underdark, Potentially it will be quieter. Potentially we do not have any intel on the Underdark. Potentially it could be clear. Potentially you could run into the same shit that we ran into that tried to take over Castellatri. We blocked that path. But we know somewhere down there are a lot more of those fuckers.
I'm a big fan of the sneaky route. Just me. But we did just get our bard some nice new sneaky armor. That'll help.
We need those forces for when the final assault happens. My vote is for the Underdark.
Same.
And the two of you?
If it's what needs to be done, so be it.
Now, your bard friend is currently not with us. If you would like to wait for them to finalize this decision, we can. Since we have
I think
what,
that would be best.
2 days before you attempt to go to this, get this fortress for us, and then after that we have another 3 or 4 days before before the assault begins. So you can take some time and deliberate on this decision. Just know that in a little less than a week, this assault will happen and you have your assignment.
Either way, we could really use that invisibility scroll.
I will see what I can
For
find.
either approach. I mean, that'd be
Indeed.
fantastic.
I will see what I can find and I will let you know. However, the goal, we set the fortresses as close to the wall as possible. We get our forces in. We start the full frontal attack. The full frontal attack, while yes, the goal is to take the city, the main goal is to provide a distraction for your team to go in and eliminate the leaders of the city.
Right.
Any questions?
Do we report back here in 2 days? Or do we report back in here after we've attempted to get the fortress?
To which Juilliard says, as of right now, we are in a holding pattern. We are waiting for the rest of our forces to show up, so unless there are questions or other theories or ideas from your group, I do not require a check-in until after your attempt at retrieving this fortress. I welcome any counsel you may have. However, I do not have any other orders for you.
Right. Understood. Well, if we don't have anything else,
Indeed. I will be here along with the majority of the council finalizing the plans, so if there's anything else that comes up, feel free. The door is open to you all.
Right.
And I thank you for your service.
Should we take care of Caius in the meantime?
We will find him a room here. He will be safe here in the keep.
We're gonna need some coin for that purchase.
For the purchase of the fortress, absolutely.
Yeah.
And he kind of like
What they
snaps.
say?
He snaps it
30,000.
over to
I think so.
Do you guys remember how much it was? 30.
Go
30,000.
and go watch the clip real quick.
He kind of snaps his fingers, and this
Check
one
those nat1stats.com.
this one page kind of ducks out of the room, and then probably about 5 minutes later comes walking back in with a big bag, hands it to you, hands it to who's taking it.
I asked for it. So.
All right. Hands it to you.
I'll take it.
You open it up, and it's just
Oh, I forgot I wasn't strong.
full of platinum.
Full of platinum?
Yeah. It is
What'd you just fucking give us?
3,000 platinum pieces.
Excellent.
Sounds like a lot.
We'll try to get a better deal. Guy liked
what
us a
you
lot,
want.
so we should be able to do that.
Do what you can. I am not concerned about the money. I am just concerned about the fortress. Anything to increase our odds at victory in this upcoming battle.
All right.
Right. And I believe that is a great place to call it for the night.
Yeah, it's late.
Yeah. So, thank you all for watching our amazing shopping episode, because those are always fun.
Maybe we got some closure.
And you get some closure. All right. We will see you
Yay.
next Tuesday, 7:30. I keep saying fucking 7:30. We'll see you next Tuesday, 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. Twitch.tv/those natural ones. And remember
Hey.
that starting in January, or for the month of January, we will be switching to youtube.com/@those natural ones, streaming for the month of January. So make sure you like and subscribe and follow us on there. And we will see you next week.
Where hopefully we will run into less or maybe more of those natural ones.
Have a great night.